keep saying it. Oh, are we live? Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Unreal Engine live stream. I'm your host, Alexander Pascal, and joining me today are a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
we've got Ian, Lauren, and Richard all here today. Plus we have more people coming on in just a little bit. They're hiding behind the cameras. You can't see them, but I assure you they're actually there. But before we get into all of the stuff that we're going to be giving away, first, it's the news.
Do we have a newscast thing?
Yeah, that's it. Look, that's the news sheet.
Okay.
It's a
Just
sheet
like
of news.
how it is on Channel 6.
Yeah, they come like a little sheet just kind of drafts up. It's very nice. So 4.14 is out. It's on your launcher. You've probably seen us yelling all over social media about how awesome it is. Go check it out. We put a lot of hard work into it. It's gorgeous. Oh, hey, look, forward shader rendering here. It's nice. It's good.
Reindeer.
Okay. The make it reindeer. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Internet jokes. Internet jokes.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask.
Yep. You don't need to know.
Apparently, I missed something.
Yeah, it's an inside joke, not for you. If you missed it, it's too bad.
Oh.
But yeah, we've got some great rendering shots out of Robo Recall. Looks really great.
Yeah,
Paragon.
Contact shadows I've seen.
Contact
that
shadows are
Paragon
really
contact-
Yeah,
solid.
that's
But
literally,
a huge visual
They're really
improvement.
solid.
Yeah. Now we did have Mike come on before and talk about stuff
he talked about a lot of
with
this
Chance while I was away. So we're not going to get into super detail and all that. But I mean, we worked really hard. I worked really hard on making sure these things came out too. A lot of us here worked really hard on it. I converted these over into some formats, you know. So
whatever.
So I'm just saying, if you wanted to take a look at them, I'd appreciate it.
Make some copy, read the release notes. I mean,
Yeah,
keep
I
your
mean,
scrolling finger ready.
look at how far down we are. I've been scrolling for a bit here. It's just like
How many pages was this?
This one I think was about 65, which is pretty
65.
light for us,
Yeah, it
actually.
is.
We've gotten up to like 120 something in the past, but it still feels huge just because there's a ton of
Well, I mean,
cool
the major features are over half
Sam,
of
are
it
you
this time
breaking
around.
stuff back there? I can hear him breaking stuff over there.
He's just throwing around cables or something.
But yeah, 414, check it out. It's gorgeous, it's shiny, and all that. Hey, look, we gave out some more dev grants, but this time to something a little bit different. That's right, we gave out dev grants to people that were making Unreal Tournament contributions. So people that were adding in cool stuff. We got maps, we've got, I guess, new features, cleanup, all kinds of stuff. Mostly maps, it looks like. But yeah, check it out. We've got a whole new round of dev
They do.
grants.
Oh,
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
I really like the way that the
looks like
stone looks on this
I
one.
think the last one here and the second one up there, those are using that one map's assets, aren't
Yeah,
they?
I feel like I've seen the assets before, but it's really clean style.
Man, it just,
Yeah, this one feels like really old school right here.
Yeah.
Like, that feels like an original. Like these are more like original.
this is where you're going to die.
Like
How
stuff
can you
here.
tell? It's open all around.
Yeah,
It's
I
got a
want-
glowy thing that I want.
Surprise. Yeah, would not be surprised
a
if it turns out
laser.
these are like
You don't wanna
remakes of
grab
older
it.
maps too. But yeah, so just to throw it out there, Unreal Dev Grants, we're still giving them out. There's still a lot of money in the pot to give out to people, and it's not just for direct engine contributions. We give them to people who do training stuff, make cool videos with Unreal Engine. If you're doing something cool with Unreal Engine at all or around the world of Unreal Engine, let us know. We might just give you a bunch of money out of nowhere, like these guys. So cool.
I was gonna
Good
say
work.
something else about Unreal Dev Grants, then I saw the next tab, but I'm super excited for the next tab.
Okay. So this is a reminder coming up here, because we talked about this one last week briefly. They mentioned this one coming out, but you want to talk about it? I mean, you probably.
I really like that the support for the Humble Bundle that has all the Unreal Engine games is not just supporting the Unreal Dev Grants, which is awesome, and people get to make cool, awesome things,
Go back
but
up, go
also
back up. Show 'em all the games.
Girls Make Games. So
Oh, that's
I
right. It
was-
is Girls Make
Oh,
Games.
yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Yeah, is that the charity of choice?
Yeah, Girls Make
Awesome.
Games and the Unreal Dev Grants, so both very awesome
Yeah,
causes
we got
for the funding.
Killing Floor, Dangerous Golf, Shadow Complex, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Adrift, The Mean Greens, and The Culling.
Now I know for a fact we've played which one was it here? Dangerous Golf on stream. And it's like you guys have seen that before. It's a lot of fun. We had the creators of it, and when they did their big revamp of the gameplay, we got to interview them. So you guys should be a little familiar with that one. We also have like on here $1 and more. Just in general, Killing Floor is awesome. Shadow
It's a really good
Complex
game.
is really fun platformer game. Any of these is great. The Culling we haven't done a video on yet. It's just a little bit too brutal so far. I don't know if you guys have played it. It's really cool. But yeah, these are all great. Vanishing Ethan Carter is beautiful. Adrift is a beautiful VR title, and The Mean Greens is fun. Straight up a lot of fun. So I love that these are the titles we chose too for it, like because these are like ones I'm familiar with, and I love them all.
Oh no, I can't wait to. I picked one of these up for myself. Actually, I'm gonna play some of these soon.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool. Which one's your favorite?
Personally?
Yeah, all y'all.
Ooh.
What do y'all think?
Honestly, out of the group, I've played a ton. I've played probably the most of the Killing Floor.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's my wife. That's Kate's
I mean,
favorite. She loves Killing Floor. she
violence
loves anything
galore.
that she can shoot up everything in. Yeah.
I've played a lot of Shadow Complex, but I'm looking forward to Adrift just to see what that looks like in VR and everything.
Oh, that is the VR one.
Yeah, that's like the one that gives people a little motion sickness, but then they're like, it's beautiful. Oh, but I think that's
But it
what-
I
matches
imagine
the
that would be
theme,
like
right?
in space.
yeah, I think in real space, yeah, you would actually be that nauseous, just getting kind of shuttled around a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty good. Richard, what you think?
For me, I gotta go with Shadow Complex. Although I do think I'm looking forward to Dangerous Golf. Because my wife will not let me do that in the actual kitchen.
What?
I know.
what?
It's
Silly.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Those dishes are mine. I can break
Yeah.
them with a golf ball if I so
can-
desire.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Allstate commercial where the guy is like,
Yeah, see, and there's insurance too. I'm doing this tonight. I'm going home. Dangerous golf in my actual kitchen, and then some Shadow Complex, because that's just a classic.
It's great. It's classic epic. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So come check out the bundle. It's a lot of good stuff, and of course bundles are inexpensive, so get
Oh
it.
man, we're looking at $10 for everything.
Amazing.
So-
Cool. So what do we got up next?
Looks like
I'm gonna have you.
Renoir?
No, this is Renoir.
Renoir.
Renoir. We have the trailer to play here that Clint has so graciously put together for us. But Renoir is a puzzle platformer, story-driven game. It's inspired by the old classic films of the '40s and all these like old school. You can go ahead and roll the clip. I'm just gonna talk over a little bit. But oh no, there is narration. All right, I'll let the narrator take it away.
There was a time when I thought this goddamn city had some hope. I was so naive, blinded by my shiny new life. But pride comes before the fall. And this place turned out to be a pit that pulled me down with it. I became an outcast, just trash in a society saturated with fear and hypocrisy. If it weren't for her, I'd have blown this place a long time ago. I should have done it. While everyone else suffers, the corrupt authorities just line their own pockets and kiss up to them. Greedy, bureaucratic bastards living high off the hog. I could see there was nothing good waiting for me here.
Awesome.
Sweet.
yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, check it out. It's on Steam. I believe it's going for $16.99 right now, 50% off. So grab that while you can. All right, and that's what we have for the news section today.
What do we got here in the background?
Let's go on to. Whoa, you need to go to. First of all, open up a new tab. I need to go to answers because guess what? We got to go check out the Answer Hub Karma Spotlight. So
Oh yeah.
Oh.
yeah, go to type in answers.
All
If you
right.
just start typing it in, there it is. Pow.
Ta-da.
I'm sorry, I forgot to bring that one tab up. But yes, every week when I'm around, I don't know if Chance got to it, but every week that I'm around, I like to make sure that we scroll down and to the right, all the way to the right, and then there we go.
Done.
We have to give thanks to all these great people that have come out and done so many awesome things on the Answer Hub. If you're unfamiliar with it, answers.unrealengine.com is a place that people can come together and help each other out with problems, or if you have a problem, come here to ask about it. You can also make bug reports here, and our staff will help you out with that. But if you do help other people out and you get upvotes and thanks and likes and all those things, you'll get karma points. And every week we like to say special thanks to the top 3 karma earners of the week and put everybody's names up here that are in the top 10. So Death Ray, A. Gupta, and Night Watcher, congratulations. You guys have been up here a ton of times before. We've got our classics are up, I guess. And then we've got a bunch of people in here I haven't seen before, actually, that are up-and-comers. So Joris, I hope I'm saying that right. Crimson Hawk, hopefully next time, you'll be able to make it in there. It's a tough competition. A lot of these guys like to get it. And if you do get into the top 3, I give you a special forum badge that says that you're really helpful on the Answer Hub. So That's something to earn. So hopefully next time. But I think all of these are also prestige people at this point too. They've all done it 3 times. So if you're up here, if you're at the top 3 times, not in a row, just 3 times in general, I give you a special one with a gold star on it. which when I say it like that, it sounds almost like a little patronizing. It's not. No, it's really nice.
It is a shiny form badge.
It shows people that it means that you care and you try. Oh, I'm sorry. The mics are cracking a little bit. That's probably our fault. Apologize. We'll get that looked
Isn't me
into.
again.
All right. So let's go over to the community spotlights. Far left tab, please.
Far left tab.
All right. Let's see here. So
That is my
first up is Chikara. Now, I wanted to highlight this one before the Indiegogo let up, but unfortunately the timing just didn't work out right. Remember to get me your spotlights as early as possible so I can try to fit them in time. But the Indiegogo just closed for this, but it looks like they made their goal and it's going to be actually getting made. But we have a really sweet trailer for this one as well. So why don't we play that? As you can see, it's a very fun. It's a very fun
Face.
wrestling game.
That's
Ouch.
gonna hurt your face.
Yeah, I think
I love
you're
how it's
right.
just like wrestling moves. I'm gonna shoot you with lightning.
Or blood laser.
Blood
I mean,
lasers.
it's all
of
good.
course. It's totally great. All right, so yeah, that's Chikara. They're awesome. You can follow them on Twitter. They're a really funny team. All right, so
Next
let's
tab.
yeah, let's get on to the next thingy. So we have yet another really gorgeous little video to play for all of you. In this case, we're looking at Sunrise. It's a stylized landscape by Mayday. So I think we have another video really quick. So this is a pretty video-heavy stream.
Your audio is not silent.
Oh, the audio. I got that. So yeah, we can narrate over this one. That's nice. You don't have to say anything, Ian, if you don't have anything to contribute. It's just gorgeous. Enjoy the pretty. Oh wow, I really like the flow of the actual flags in the background.
And the river is just like reflecting everything perfectly.
I mean, I remember
nice.
10 years ago talking about like, okay, how would you do this? And at that point, there was like no answer to it.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't. This is FMV territory.
Yeah.
But now it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's all real time.
Yeah, it's really cool, especially like just the in-depth amount of post-processing that they're doing, and it feels subtle, even though you can tell that there's a lot going on in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what are there some shots in the thread of like sort of in progress work?
Yeah, this bit right here actually goes through.
Yep, you
like,
can see the setting up and
the
the
entire
lighting
process.
of the scene. Mm-hmm.
He's trying to figure out how he wants
Watch
to
the
look.
mountains kind of
Or
pop
she.
up in the background. Yeah, those are really nice. I always love this. If anyone out there who's working on some kind of a scene like this and you're doing progress shots and lots of in-depth, like how it was made shots, send a link my way, Twitter, PM me on the forums, however you like. I really love to see these kinds of projects and show them off. Great work, Mayday. It's really cool.
The depth.
Put the wrestlers in that game. Okay. No, Christopher, we are not doing
I don't
that.
think that's how this works.
I don't think
This is
so.
so peaceful. The wrestlers should be in the.
And then you're just like, oh yeah, and then boom, just ruins the scenery, and it's great.
All right,
I
what
needed
else
it.
we got?
All
here?
right, so last community spotlight item. Let's see here. So this one we have to play out of here because we couldn't pull the video. But this is this one's been on my list of stuff to show off for a little bit. Thread Studio by Shopify. So this one's pretty straightforward. It's definitely enterprise. You can turn up the volume on it and then hit the full screen and then hit play, or whatever order you choose. So there we go. So the idea here is you can design your clothes in virtual reality space. It's really neat. Just place the logos, place the different styled images that you've made in Photoshop, etc., on the clothes in real space, so you can see what they look like. Then you can pose mannequins. You can do all that, and then you can print the shirt as you've designed it. So this is actually a really good enterprise kind of software. So you're thinking like, I have really good style, but I don't want to just put I don't know if you've ever used like Cafe Press, and it's just like, send us an image, we'll put it in the dead center of your shirt, it will look the same every time. And then these guys give you a lot more options as far as pick the image sample you like, drag it, place it, shape it,
Being able to resize
scale
it is definitely.
Being able to do that, you can tilt it and face it however you like. So if you're thinking like, man, I want to be able to rapidly create new cool like logos and designs for my game, then maybe this is a good way to help market you. Or if you're just a fashion designer who's like, I just like to throw a few logos on stuff and really easy iterations. And then yeah, you can stylize them, pose them based on what you want. I don't know if you noticed, one of the hands is like a rock and roll thing. So like clearly they want you to hit a wide variety of audiences. And then yeah, print your shirt right out and wear it so you can see what it looks like in VR and then try it on.
Yeah, being able to pose the mannequin seemed like it'd be awesome if you were going to open a store for your shirts, because then you could be like, make almost action poses for all of the shirts and make them more interesting.
Especially based on
Get
like
the flavor across.
Yeah, your ideal consumer, like who you think you're going to sell it to, like pose it like, you know, how you think, like athletic or more like a concert goer, etc., etc. But if we pop out of here, you can actually see it's scroll down a little. It's crazy expensive though. It's free.
What? Ah, man, my wallet, dude!
I know.
You murdered it.
Yeah, I know. It's free. So clearly, their monetization is by selling you the shirts through the software, which is, you know, really smart monetization in my opinion. But that's a really cool tool if you like it. All right, so yeah, that's the last of our community spotlight. Great work, everybody. You'll show up in the launcher and be getting spotlight badges for getting spotlighted.
Sweet.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, I hear that we're giving away a lot of free things and also talking about what it is that you guys do here today.
Free stuff.
Yes.
Free stuff.
And documentation.
Is that why we have like a weird hat thing in the middle of here?
I can't turn it over because it's got all the names in it, but it's a piece of pumpkin pie.
It's my hat.
Because
This is the whipped cream that's
the
like
fact that
sticking
exists is
off of it.
amazing to me.
Uh-huh.
And
have a
we
pie
needed a
hat.
hat to pull the names out of, and
So we snagged a pie hat.
Yeah,
Yes.
We'll make somebody wear it here at the end of the stream, I'm
I
sure.
mean, why not a pie hat?
That's right. We had you guys post up all of the learning resources that you guys have found useful over time. It could be anything. It could be videos from community. It could be your own docs. It could be whatever.
I like to ask my friend who sits next to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's like, actually, I have Bill back here. He's a human encyclopedia, and well, great, awesome. It's good to know that exists. And we have a spreadsheet on the other screen. It has all your names. We have links to the forums. But I also printed out all your names on the little sheets of paper. So we're going to do this old school. We thought about everything from going to Google and having it generate a random number, or going into Unreal and generating a random number there. But you know what? It just doesn't have the
Pie
same.
hat.
But yeah, one is a pie hat.
Yeah, you can just fish around in there.
Fish around in
Pull out
there, pull out a
something
name
Exactly.
and whatnot. But also, we wanted to hop on and we wanted to talk about the stuff that we've been working on for the past year or so.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are a ton of reasons for doing a show like this. Sometimes people don't know that we actually have a learning resources team here that does documentation and
And the documentation,
tutorials.
it grows like off of a tree, right? Like
Right,
it just,
yeah.
like, happens.
It's right out there. You guys
naturally.
can't see it. We go out and we pick it, and yeah,
We don't pick it. There are fairies that pick it and bring it in while we're sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
They end up under our pillows.
But we direct the picking.
Actually,
That's right.
pull up the main docs page. Speaking of changes
there you
and
go.
updates to documentation,
Yep.
because there's something even shinier that had just been added, which is this new sidebar.
We have the new sidebar over
right.
here.
Aw.
Clint's currently switching screens. There we go. And over here on the side, we have the new sidebar. So as we've been going through and updating documentations, we've been tagging everything. So you can now narrow down by, now I'll tell you right now, I have not clicked over here yet. So let's, we definitely know we have some VR pages here. So if we click on VR, it'll bring up every page tagged with VR.
Oh, Balson just said that he wanted to say thank you to all of you,
Oh,
the doc
thanks.
writing team.
I know. I
And
wish we managed to get like everybody in here, but just there's a couple other people on the team. Like Jeff is
Jeff
here in
refuses.
spirit,
He refuses to be on camera.
and
And-
Robert is-
and Robert is in Seattle, and
Robert.
currently he's taking classes for out there, and Thursdays are his day to be in class. So we got everybody we could,
yes,
and
Chase.
Chase- oh, Chase,
who makes
sorry.
sure that we don't typo things.
yes, he's the one who corrects me all the time, and I receive information back from him about my grammar and spelling.
He also helps us test all the samples, like Unreal Match 3.
Unreal Match 3,
He's
yes.
probably reigning champion of it
Oh
now.
man, did we do that in the last year? We did do that in the last year, didn't we?
It
Unreal
came out
Match 3?
around the holidays
Oh,
last year.
Yeah,
about a
so
year
yeah,
ago.
that
About
is.
a year ago.
So somebody can claim that if they want to talk about it. So yeah, I mean, I guess I can start.
Yes.
And then once I get done somewhere, we'll draw a name and we'll throw prizes at said name.
Yeah.
So
like
primarily
fun.
this year, I have been focused on streams, physics, and a little bit of extra AI.
Yeah, all these training streams and whatnot. It's this guy right here. Make sure that it happens. I just show up to some of them to be a face because
Yeah.
But-
Most of the time, it's like, oh man, I got an hour before the stream. We need to find somebody quick. Grab Sam. I'm kidding, of course.
No.
No, we try to plan these out and actually get people on. Of course, we're producing a ton of games here at Epic, so it's really difficult to get engineers time. But you know what? We're sitting here, we're learning this stuff, and we're writing the documentation on it, so it makes a lot of sense for us to come on here and be like, hey, here's the features.
Balson just pointed out, Richard, you have Sam Diter's handle underneath your name.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you
So
know,
Richard at Sam.
tweet whatever you
think-
want directly to Sam. And,
Yep.
Sam will respond.
Yeah, yeah.
on
Any,
my
Remember,
behalf.
questions at all? Just send them right over to
Sam
Sam.
here knows all the stuff about code.
Yes.
So you should totally tweet code questions to him.
Yeah.
And I'm
Sorry,
sure they
Sam.
will get answered. So yeah, let's
good eye,
Good
Balson.
catch.
Good eye.
good. It's okay. No, you won't get code answers from Sam. Well, I don't know.
You
Sam?
Depends on what you're looking for.
It depends on what you're looking for. All right. So VR stuff, exactly. So yeah, I've been doing a ton of physics stuff. Earlier in the year, Ori wanted a revamp of the section, and Ori's our primary physics programmer, and there was a little bit about the process. There was a lot of back and forth. It's like, do we put up property pages or do we not? I mean, they are a standard thing, but really, if we're just putting in the tooltips, do we do that? And it's like, well, some people like to read what these things do offline, so they can't always have the engine open. They're just like writing in on a train or something and
Or
trying to
being
remember.
able to search for one thing.
Or
like
being able to
Google-
search,
yeah.
because you can't currently super search all of the properties within physics or the physics asset tool. So having those available, and when there was back and forth with Jeff, those are collapsible menus in those doc pages. Actually, I can load those up, and we can look at the. Oh wait, will we be able to load them up and look at them? Because they were broken.
Click on new and updated.
New and up. Where's new and
The
updated?
big
the
green
green
button.
one over there.
The big new and green
It's
button.
green.
Nobody can see. But trust me, there's a green one, and it's over there.
Yes.
It's the only green button on the page. So.
Yes.
So okay, yeah, that looks like these got fixed. So
Also,
this one.
Also, I'm just going to throw this out here. If you're ever watching one of our Twitch streams live, you can just do ! new docs, and that will get the bot to pull
The
up
helpful
the
robot
page.
will-
We have the UE4 bot. He's super helpful.
And
Yeah.
it looks like actually Jeff went through and decided the collapsible menus were not going to be a thing anymore. So I'm pretty sure the CSS kicked in. Earlier in the year we had solved the problem of searching for these things, because what happens if menus are collapsed, they end up not being able to be super searched. But what he did before was they would start expanded and immediately collapse as soon as the page was loaded.
Right.
So if you wanted them collapsed so that you could find specifically what you were looking for within the physics asset properties, you wouldn't have to. There were three major sections. Like, hey, what if you're on the general or the constraint mode or body mode? You could focus that down. It's all good. I mean, this is how it happens. We're very organic here, just like the bar on the side here. Jeff just decided one day that he was going to do that, and so high five, Jeff. And
Yeah, good
and
work.
It got in. and he's been going back through all the sections and tagging stuff.
Have we always had the social media sharing stuff out there too?
Yep.
Or is that, okay, that's always been there?
su-
It used to
it's-
be at the top of the page, but now it's in the sidebar,
Yeah.
and I think that was because I
Yep.
might have been like, "Hey Jeff, could we put buttons on the pages?" And
Right.
It's a little more discoverable there. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, we're going through, and I mean, to use that appropriately, we have to go through and add like social images, which is a whole nother set of images we have to create. So that way, when you click one, you get a nice little image.
Great.
So every time you see, if I don't know if you guys follow Jeff, but if you follow Jeff or me or Lauren, like when we tweet this stuff out, well, there it is. You get a nice big social image. It's all automatic. So
just make it easier to be, oh, I found this page useful. Let me send it to my friend, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or share it for people that I know are in the UE4 community that would follow me.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna reach over here and it looks like Clint is off screen and he's correcting something, but it's all
okay.
good.
Wow.
It's all good.
Wow.
Because we're gonna be jumping in here.
You're still down invisible.
Yeah,
So.
but I'm reaching into the hat over here in the very small corner of the screen here, and we're going to pull out a name, and I'm going to pull out Sam died. No, Sam. Why are all these Sams?
You should have guarded the hat.
You should have guarded the hat. I left it with this. Why didn't you guard the hat? Anyway,
Not
we
in
got
charge of the
Tattered.
pie hat. You were in charge of the
So
pie
we
hat.
drew Tattered here.
Tattered.
And let's go over here.
Tattered.
Tattered.
Yep.
There we go.
And click
Tattered.
that link.
Bring it on over.
Get
What is Tattered
on-
like?
Get on over. Thank you, Alexander. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. Oh, it's because it logged in.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost track of where he is. There you go.
That's fine. We'll just click it again.
Uh-huh. Ah,
there
there
we
we
go.
go.
Okay, Tattered said, Darius has a great set of tutorials on his YouTube channel, especially for beginners. And,
If we click on that link on YouTube,
oh, nice. It looks like a spherical illumination compensation for real time. Okay.
Nice.
Level
Huh?
streaming.
Level streaming.
Ooh, Blender to Unreal Engine.
Blender.
I think people
Hey,
asked
you
me
guys
that
have been asking for Blender stuff, right?
Darius.
It already exists. So, yeah, that's, oh man.
And one thing I wanted to mention is I noticed some of these are posted like a year ago or so, and the engine does, you know, update every couple months, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't watch an older tutorial and still learn the concepts from
Yeah.
it. Like there are still tutorials that I'll point people to and say, yeah, the UI might have changed, you might have to update some things, but
still works.
the concepts are still there of like, okay, this is how you would transfer between two cameras.
Copy that link and then paste it into the chat.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah, you copy it and then you go down to the bot and then you go over to chat or console, I should say.
Console? Come on.
Yeah, there it is, and then just down there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Pow.
That's where.
Oh, there it is.
Dun-dun-dun.
Look at that.
Hopefully it did the full link because it doesn't look like it's the full
Well,
link. over
they,
here.
they can
Yeah,
copy
they can-
it.
they
They
get
can
it
copy
from
and paste
there.
it out.
Yeah.
All right.
It's because if you put a space in it anywhere, it'll do that.
Oh, it
and our
breaks the link.
stuff does that.
And all right, and for Tattered, let's copy his name out on our spreadsheet here and go give him a prize. Starting at the bottom here, we have a Vanishing of Ethan Carter key.
Ooh.
So we will,
Tattered has gotten a copy. Is now going to be receiving a copy of Vanishing of Ethan Carter for PC.
for PC, it'll be on Steam, I believe.
Alrighty.
And we will, we'll get that PM to you probably on the forums, right? That seems probably about the most direct way because these are all your forum names.
Yes, it's going to be the easiest
So-
to locate you based off of that.
So yeah, there's that. And I'm gonna draw another.
We know
name
where
here,
you post on the
and
internet.
We'll give away another. We'll give away a beefier prize. What do you say?
All right.
I
all
got
right.
a Pontori.
Pontori.
Pontori
This is for a beefier prize.
for a beefier prize. Let's just see. PLN.
There we go.
It's a
Now you're
hamburger.
making me hungry, Clint.
Oh. And I'll
Yeah,
copy
Rich.
that out, and we'll go back over to the bot, and we'll paste in the bot, and we'll say Pontori has Jonas. I do not know how to pronounce
Malgard?
that O.
Oh,
but,
Molgard.
Molgard.
Yeah, it's like that very.
Great tutorials, loads of
Norwegian?
awesome and inspiring videos. Another YouTube channel. Yeah, he's got
An
a-
amazing puppy.
Perfect.
perfect. Got a
face.
great dog up
It's great.
there. And
Oh,
so-
C++ tutorials.
Hey,
That's
look, there's
awesome.
also some great
Okay.
people on the side there, like Matthew Wadstein.
Yep.
He's got some good tutorials too.
Yeah, that's probably a good solution. You know, go find one tutorial channel
One
you like, and
tutorial,
then see
and
who's
then
related.
see where
See
it
who's
chains you off
related,
to.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, yeah. Wow, yeah, this is a bunch of C++ stuff. Oh, great. Day one, installing C++ Visual Studio 2015.
Richard,
You have
we need
no
that.
idea.
Yes.
You have no idea.
We
That-
yes, everyone can take that tutorial. It's very useful. It's super
Someday.
awesome.
Ooh, motion and Python Motion Builder Part 4. Jeez, dude.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
So-
thank you. I hope you applied for a dev grant. And anyone who's like, got like a really good tutorial series going on, let us know. We've given them out for those.
Yeah.
Matthew Wadstein can tell you.
Yep. And
And I like that those are like kind of in order of, try this next and try this for day 1, day 2, day
Yeah.
3.
Get you ramped up on
I
it. What,
mentioned
okay,
visual
what's
assist there as well.
what's
Yes, and
what's,
do love visual assistant.
So
It is
moving
good.
up,
It is pretty
moving up
nice.
into our small prize, we have. Let's see. I
Tontori?
actually have.
what you get?
I have a chunk here. Let's see, which one is this? The mouse pad and the stickers. We're working our way up to a grand prize of sorts.
Yes. So
And-
stay tuned.
And so I have a big old box of stuff back here. And I know, yep, there we go. It's going to be a pretty standard Unreal mouse pad here. And we got a pack of stickers to go along with it.
All right, so
So, stuff
you'll be
along this
getting a mouse
line.
pad and some stickers.
And I have some
Can we get-
more.
Which
can we
go
get a
very
zoom?
well on the laptop.
And I got
yes,
some
or the
more.
Hang on,
computer
hold them
case.
up so we can do like a zoom. Maybe
It's
if we ask Clint, super nice.
just, yeah.
Can't just throw that at you. Hang on, he's got to prepare
He's going
the.
with his arms.
He's got to prep the zoom.
Manual zoom.
It's manual.
It's the old way.
It's literally manual zoom.
Hey Sam, come pick up the camera. No, I'm kidding. Don't do
Great
that.
zoom.
Don't. That was not the zoom.
Oh,
there,
There we go.
There we go.
There we
Thank you,
go.
Clint.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So Lauren,
Yes.
All
I'm
right,
gonna pass
so-
on to you. What
So
you
that's
got going
Pontori.
on?
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank you for the
congratulations,
question. Or thank you for
Pontori.
the information
And
about
we'll
the
get
awesome tutorial
your
series.
anybody that is here in the chat. We'll get your information through the forums or whatnot. We'll get this stuff shipped out to you. So
Lauren,
I have a joke
Lauren-
that's a terrible
Lauren has
literary
a good,
pun.
Sam wants everyone to know that Lauren has a great joke.
Yes.
Lauren, what's your great joke? Lauren,
Lauren,
we're not
Okay.
moving on until you tell the joke.
What did the thesaurus eat for breakfast?
What did the thesaurus eat for breakfast, Lauren?
A synonym roll.
dad level jokes here, people.
It's
Dad level jokes.
That's a word nerd joke.
It's a word nerd joke.
Yeah.
You do own all the words. So
Right.
Um,
All right. So what's
Thank
the
you,
what's
Sam.
the next name out of the hat?
nope. We're passing on to Lauren
Oh, okay.
so she can talk about some of the stuff she's been working on for the past year.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So, kind of along the same line for streams, Richard and I've been doing the tanks versus zombie streams, but I know you wanted to talk about that, so I will.
Well, you can say some stuff. I'm going to say some stuff too, probably.
But there's another kind of streaming that I've gotten to do some documentation over, which is level streaming. And branching onto that was really interesting for me because previously I kind of really focused on C++ tutorials, like the battery collector videos, things like that. And so getting to branch out into more using the editor, things like level streaming. I think I'm working on, I think I even had some animation docs, which is very kind of got me to learn different parts of the engine and then teach them to people. That's been, I think, a fun part of this year is getting to branch out and getting to do some of the VR editor docs because I'm also helping do
You're
some
the
dev on the
one.
VR editor. And so I've gotten to write docs about features that I implemented, which was really interesting.
Yeah, probably a little easier.
Well, I got to review them and I was like, yep.
Yep, that's yes, I am right about what I created.
Because
If you have a problem with it, take it up with me.
which, to talk a little bit about the review process, that is something that we do. Like we write docs, we have each other review them because sometimes, I might explain something in a way that makes total sense to me, but to somebody who maybe doesn't come from the same background, they want a little bit more explanation or they need more connected pages.
Or we use words from our specific discipline that don't make sense to somebody else.
Right.
And we need to narrow that down. We do that quite a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
Then we do kind of the review with the engineer who works on the tool or who made the tool, or also sometimes the artists or level designers who use the tool to kind of get, does this actually match with your workflow, that kind of thing. And then finally everything goes through like editorial review, make sure it fits this style that we're trying to make the docs fit more with. So if you wanted to open the
What you got?
like streaming sublevels with level streaming volumes.
Do you
The
see
third
that?
one there? Yeah.
This third one? All right.
So, trying to figure out a way to make the project something we would actually work with. So I went and found Sun Temple because it's actually meant to be this more mobile-oriented project. So it would possibly be something that you needed to optimize performance on. So that's something you could stream in levels with. And so going through all of that is something else we're trying to do, right? Not just what does the tool do, but when would you use it? Something on
Not just the how, but the why.
right. And so something like Sun Temple, which you can just go grab. So again, you can go get a sample from the Learn tab, download it, and then try this out yourself. Hopefully we'll get people familiar with level streaming and how to use it in their own project.
Right.
So that's been fun, just getting to try a lot of different things out of the engine now that the areas that I work on for the docs have shifted up a little bit. Like Paper 2D, I've gotten to try out a little bit. Font outlining, which I think is a doc that was coming
that's
soon.
a new one, isn't it?
It's still in the last couple pages process of review, but it'll be out soon, showing people how to like set really cool outlines. I know you can see some examples already in the release notes, including an amazing GIF. Like, amazing. I love it.
Does it have rainbows?
No, it has fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Oh, that's right.
But the
It's
picture has
flame.
rainbows. But the picture has rainbows. So we've got everything covered.
It's got everything covered.
Fire and rainbows.
Yep.
That's the main elements.
Right behind what? Water and
Yeah.
air.
Yep.
And
Rainbows.
Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That was all before the Rainbow Nation attacked.
I also really like things like trying to
That's right.
Thank you for that, Alexander. Thank you for the last
love
Airbender
Avatar,
and the
okay?
Avatar in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glad
things
you got
like
the joke.
the tagging, so you could go see, say, all the new pages as we roll out more docs for 4.14, and you're trying to, follow along with the new engine version. You can click on the version tags on each page.
Yeah. Do we have one on this page?
Yep, there's one at the top under page info, on the right, top right.
Oh, yeah. He moved everything over here. So this is in Unreal Engine 412.
Yep. So I know that 4.13 we've got a couple things out, but we've got a lot that's in the pipeline and coming out soon. And just being able to sort of filter through, because there are a lot of pages. I remember, was it last?
Team App and TSEC got up.
Yes. You can now access those from the details panel. So it makes it a little bit easier. And also, like, if you have a color, rather than try to type it, you can actually use the color picker to pick it. And that was another thing that I got to experiment with. That's sort of a new thing for me to learn. And that's just cool to see the areas of the engine that you might not know about, because some people get very focused in one area. So if that's kind of goes for the streams, the tutorials too. If there's something that you maybe don't work on every day, but you want to just take a look at, I think it's interesting. It could lead you to new skills you didn't know you had, or new things you want to add to your game or your project. So it's cool.
The pie is calling.
The pie is calling.
The pie
I
is
love this pie
calling.
hat. It makes me so happy. All right. So is this for another key?
Yes, we'll do.
yeah.
Let's do 2 keys and a prize of some sort.
I get to pick lots of names. I'm excited. Okay. War Cabot.
Really?
Sorry if I mispronounce any of these
that's
names.
War Cabot. All right.
because-
He never wins anything.
Well,
he
you
just won.
What? I meant raffles.
He does now.
He's just unlucky like that. No.
Aw.
But he's like participates in so much. That's what I mean. He participates in a lot, and we never actually draw his name. So congratulations, War Cabot.
All right.
Gosh,
Before
they
you
took that in the most
guys
negative
hired
way.
him, yeah, we got.
I like the way you said it first.
He never wins anything. Yeah.
Wow.
Before you guys even hired him, Tom Lumen was the man, the myth, and the location.
Well, his
Okay.
website.
His website. His ZEF guide and his own tutorials. Unreal. Oh, Zeef.
Yeah, it's like beef, but it's from zebras. Is that not what Tom Lumen does? I remember working with him, and he was always eating zebra meat.
What?
These things I'm saying about Tom Lumen are not true, and I hope they don't constitute lies.
Perhaps in Europe. I'm just saying. I don't think is it legal to eat zebra?
No, there's horse meat though. I found out when I went on my honeymoon. They're like, oh yeah, no, there's places here in Spain you can get horse meat. I'm like,
Well,
what, really?
in
Horse gyoza in Japan? You had it?
Wow.
France, it's huge in
Clint
France.
over here is eating
Yeah.
horse. Go figure.
Now zebra, however.
I don't know how we got onto this, but
don't think you can eat zebra. Okay, whatever. You can. Anyway, back to Zeef here. Yeah, it looks like Tom Lumen, back before he even worked with us, he has a ton, an absolute ton of stuff that he's posted up.
Yeah, and categorized from all over the
Yep.
web, different resources for networking, to third-party tools, AI. Because I think that's a big thing with the number of resources that are out there. Just finding what you need for what you're trying to look at, like your field of study. But yeah, the C++ survival game, I think, is a really strong C++ resource. Just to see how all the pieces fit together.
Definitely.
Because I think the battery collector tutorial is like 3 or 4 hours long, and you only get a little bit into it. So having this more full-fledged project that you can kind of follow along with at your own rate is awesome.
And we are going to go ahead and give War Cabot the Mean Greens key.
Ah, nice.
Congratulations, WarCap.
Yeah,
Yes,
right on.
that'll be a lot of fun.
And this is actually, sorry, making me think of the video page on the docs, the categorization that's there.
Right.
So that
You can also
is-
type in exclamation point videos into the Twitch chat to bring up the link to the video tutorials.
I'm so glad the bot is not on vacation anymore.
Yes, yes. When
Samples and tutorials.
The bot came with me to Europe, in case anyone was curious.
Video tutorials. And so here you can get things that are for building a game. So you see how a bunch of different pieces fit together, or you've got the videos categorized. And these are the same videos that are on YouTube, but having them here means we get a little bit more organization. So you can, see how many videos are in a playlist. You can.
They're in order. You're not in. Yeah. There's definitely a way to break these out instead of going to the YouTube page and
I
just
made-
getting the entire list of things.
You could totally put like all 200, 300 videos just on the background and listen.
Yeah, that's.
But if
that's
you want
how
to find a
wanna roll.
particular one, I think the categorization here is awesome. So,
Yep.
yes.
All right, let's draw another name.
I get to draw another name.
Let's do another key,
Okay.
and then I guess we're gonna give away something that people really want. It's been really kind of even odd for me. Who do we got here?
Carla style.
What's it say?
It's one of
C-A-R.
the. Actually, I remember he's one of the last ones who.
Oh, Carl style.
Yep, Car Style. He was one of the last ones who actually.
I mean, it could be Carless tile.
Carla style.
Yeah.
Car less tiles.
If you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, it'll sound really weird.
That is true. I guess I shouldn't roll up the pieces of paper I take out of the hat.
No, but you should give. Here, just.
I'll stop fidgeting with
stop.
the names.
Back in the hat, but
Yeah, don't go back in the hat and don't keep fiddling with them just in
No,
case they end up back in
Warcabbit
the
can
hat.
get another one.
Yeah, right? Like, you totally want to. No, that's not how this works.
Okay. So Carla Style says that one of their favorite learning resources is the live training Twitch streams and also other video tutorials from our YouTube. Yay!
Yay.
The
Alright.
skeleton assets overview videos by Wes, which maybe he'll talk about when he gets to sit over here. So there's links to the Twitch channel, the mega list, which again, totally put it on and listen to in the background if you. Oh man, are we going to streamception? I think maybe
We're going to streamception
Oh,
for a
good.
moment.
Oh, there's
For
an
a
ad.
fraction of a
We
second.
can't- we can't.
Yeah, we won't leave that up.
Okay. So here's all the videos that are on the Unreal Engine channel.
Me looking like a doofus.
I choose these thumbnails
that
for the
is-
ones
yeah.
where you're kind of like, hey.
There's
Yeah, the
where-
one where I'm sitting there with my invisible bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like
right.
a-
That is a good one. There's
That's a
also
good
one where
one.
I'm doing some sort of magic. There it is.
Yeah, the
I'm about
magic
to-
trick you
I'm
do,
about
like,
to mind
ta-da!
control somebody.
Oh, zzz.
You might have taken Doctor Strange a little too.
They really like Doctor Strange.
So, and then
Wes's specific.
skeleton assets,
Yep.
which I know that the animation stuff is going to get a little bit of a polish in the upcoming.
Yep, we have
weeks, so
we have a lot of work
stay
in the
tuned for
animation.
that.
Yeah, Wes is just sitting over there saying like, yeah, there's a lot of damn work in there to do. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do in that section since we basically overhauled the way the tool operates.
Yeah. So check
I
out the
mean-
release notes for that in the short term, and then the docs will get polished up in the long term.
Yep.
So, yeah. I also like something that we've done for a couple video series lately of like putting those slides on, trying to not keep it super academic, but at least like, oh, I know where I am in this video because there's like these three are crossed out and the fourth one
Right.
is still there.
Yep, yep. All
So what
right.
did Carl Star-
Kyle Star got a key for the killing floor plus all three
Killing
DLCs.
floor.
So we'll get those keys over now.
Killing floor is a lot of
Do I
fun.
get
do
to
a-
pick another one?
Let's do a physical one here.
Okay.
Super fun.
Because I don't know why people have been super excited about this thing, but the next pack on the thing does include
I love this hat.
The snow hat.
Do you love it
here.
more than the pie hat, Alex?
Yeah, actually, the pie hat's
Actually, it's an
little,
Unreal Engine hat with a pom pom. I mean, how
It's
could you
the
not
Yeah.
love that?
pom-pom. I'm just saying.
I mean, okay. I mean,
Party
to each their own.
626 has won the hat and the shirt. Is that what that list
Yep.
is saying?
Yep. We have. We'll just. It's not the. I think I specifically listed the cat shirt as something specific.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have.
Oh, is that like the ones that?
Yeah, like the one that I'm wearing right now. So, in fact, it probably is the one I'm wearing right now. Yep, we got one of those, and we got the hat.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's one of these black and gray ones.
Yep. And we'll get those. We'll get those over to you.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And that is. And let's look at what
Party
he's-
626.
Party 626. Let's see what stuff he liked. Party. Nobody's gonna run with that. Keep singing. Late until the morning.
Hottest dance. How about?
All right. There
Okay.
we go. Party 626. For me, it's been. We had a lot of people mention. I'm going to butcher his name.
Katatis?
Katatis.
Yeah.
Katatis? Oh, yeah.
We had a ton of people mention Katatis.
Yeah, so Party626 says, for me, it's been Katatis Studios, Paul Swartz from Cryonetic
Cryonetic?
Studios, yeah, and Blueprint Games.
Alright.
So, yeah, there you go. Katatis gets mentioned quite a bit. for all these tutorials.
Demo.relapse-game.
And now we actually have him on
so
helping
it
out the
gets to the
marketplace team
channel,
with
yeah.
curation, so...
So video game creation, and it's kind of is showing the end product. So I guess as they're
Yeah.
deving, kind of streaming, which is definitely a very good resource for people to kind of see.
Yeah.
A
It's
real
always good to
workflow,
see
yeah.
something make it to the end, right?
Yeah. Especially something that looks like this, right? They see the whole finished product and
Yep.
how amazing it looks.
Yeah. Wow. This is really neat, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like even a couple of tutorials about what went into some of that?
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
That'd be
clearly
cool.
there's like a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. If you go to the Blueprint Games channel, does it list separate? Let's see.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Intro. All that.
Blueprint Games. Welcome to our channel. Wonder what we do?
There's a
Looks
lot
like
of 3D modeling in that
3D
one.
modeling in that one, but night
Oh,
scene
UE4
tutorial.
vertex painting. Yeah.
Modular building in UE4.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
And modular building creation is a big thing these days. So
Yes, it is.
especially in horror games because you have to do so much level design.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
wow.
good half-hour tutorial.
Yeah.
That is some deep dive.
Very
Awesome.
cool. Very cool.
I have a feeling Ian and Alex, who do all the procedural building, are going to be checking that out later.
A little
Yeah.
bit. A little
Yeah.
bit.
And in fact, we're actually going to put all of these links because some people I think even said that they bookmarked this thread as a resource.
Yeah,
in-
we'll go ahead and combine everything down, and we'll make sure that we get all these video channels and everything posted up into a condensed location. Because
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of repeats in here, you guys, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
People
the
are doing
whole
some
point
great
was
stuff,
it's like,
yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of this. So,
Yeah.
alrighty. So let's.
Oh, Cryonetics in chat. Hey, guy. How
Hey,
you
how's it
doing?
going, man? So
Very cool.
I guess
And
we'll
so
move
is
on here to
Katatis. Hey, guys.
Richard. Richard, what have you been working on the past year?
Well, let's see. I mean, we started with Lauren's mention of the zombies, so I'm gonna go back to mentioning that one, and that's been pretty fun. We're gonna add some raspberry jam to it pretty soon.
Yep.
Gonna
I'm
smush some
super
zombies and
excited
watch
for
all
some of the new
jam come out.
assets.
It's gonna be delicious.
What?
Okay.
Yup.
So they don't bleed. They
No, it's
raspberry
raspberry
jam.
Jelly
because
zombies.
that is a T rating, and if they bleed, that is an M rating. So
Oh, yeah.
T rating, raspberry jam.
They're just
So let me get
shopping.
this. Okay, so
Shopping
I
zombies.
gotta derail this. So are you saying the fact that you're running over humanoid-like things with a tank
That's
is
fine.
okay?
Yeah.
As long as they bleed
Because
raspberries.
it turns out that they're just human-shaped pastry type things full of raspberry jam.
Human-shaped pastry
Zombie
creatures.
donuts.
Which is delicious and fine. It's just a fun use of a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sure.
I don't see why
Whatever.
running over pastry
We've-
people would be a problem
I don't know.
really
in
want a
any
donut.
country.
Been on some games
Yeah, I
even
know,
before.
right?
We've put out some
we
games,
go get
and
cupcakes?
sometimes that line between T and M is important to how much you're gonna sell. So
All right.
raspberry jam. I mean,
Ras-
it's just get into the habit of adjusting your game to be the rating you want. It's a good professional skill.
Yeah, of course. You can reskin the whole thing. Otherwise, you're going to end up in like the Left 4 Dead position where you're like destroying zombies and they're going everywhere, and then just kind of cuts off to a green stump. You know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the censored version of
Yeah, the
Left 4 Dead.
censored version.
But see, like,
Two
I'm really
Left 4 Dead
scared of
2.
zombies, so actually thinking of zombies as these pastry things that are delicious instead of terrifying, I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
Is it because
See,
your gluten
we're
allergy?
broadening
Is
the
that why,
audience.
like, that's why they're deadly and scary already.
Wouldn't it make it more deadly and scary?
Yeah,
'Cause now
it's-
they're
I
full
don't
of
want to eat my
gluten?
brains anymore, though. It's okay. I just can't eat them.
All right. Okay.
It's a
So-
sad world.
So that's a thing.
So yeah, and here we are.
And
If you're
those
just joining
assets,
us.
by the way, I just want to give a shout out
Oh,
to Kenny
yes,
because
definitely.
those assets have made it a lot easier for us to do
Oh,
tutorials. We
yeah.
bought a pack of Kenny's assets,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and that has made it. I mean, Richard and I are both mostly programmers, not so much on the art side. So having great art resources like that
No.
has really helped us get
No.
tutorials off the ground.
Oh
right?
yeah. It's been very helpful, and the nice thing about it is for prototyping, there are a lot of different there are a lot of different types of sprites, and there aren't enough that you're going to get, carried away with like, okay, let's get something that looks exactly like what my game wants. There are enough that you can do what you want in a prototype thing, and not so many that you're going to get the, the choice paralysis.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you're one of those players who goes around and picks every mushroom in Oblivion because you have to.
Right.
You don't have to. There's enough that you can prototype, and not so much that you get that. So it's a really good sweet spot there.
Yeah.
And he's been really helpful to us. He's made one or two little things that we wanted that weren't in there.
I'm super excited to show them to everybody.
I know, right? We're
Is
gonna
this the
debut
raspberry?
them.
No,
Okay.
there's no
No,
jam.
it's not that.
Okay.
It's
All
not
right.
that. It's other stuff.
All right.
Um,
That's in 3 weeks.
A couple weeks.
is
Yeah.
that?
It's not right after Thanksgiving. It's a bit
week
after
after
that.
that.
It's
We
the week
will have
after.
leftover jam at that time, though.
So it's like
that
December
would be a good time to
6th
do
or
it.
something, whatever that
Yeah.
Tuesday is.
So that's coming up soon anyway. Ian and I will probably get back to our fighting game stream at some point,
Yeah,
and
we will.
that might just end up being a fighting game stream because we've kind of
Well,
covered,
we've covered the state
how
machine.
state machines work.
At this point, it's like more like we would go in and talk more game system.
Yeah, there's stuff like
Like
camera
collision,
stuff we can do,
camera.
collision stuff we can do. We could go a little bit more into controls, although it'll get a little more specific. So far, it's been very generic, but it'd probably get more specific. So some of the stuff that I really like to focus on, my background is mostly as a GPP, so that means
What?
yeah. Well, I was going to say what that means, but so that means that I'm an engineer, I'm a programmer, but I'm not like an engine level programmer. I'm a gameplay programmer. So
Gotcha.
that's your GPP. And that puts me at a mix of designer and programmer, where I know how to make a thing that feels a certain way, but I wouldn't necessarily write the low-level core system that manages your arrays hyper
Right.
fast and clean, and I wouldn't do just the high-level design that requires more artistic ability and that sort of thing. I'm sort of right in the middle at the feel of the game. So I always try to get a little bit of focus of that into it, and just find general tools that work for programmers who are trying to prototype and trying to get that feel going first. And that's kind of the theme we've done. We've done that a little bit with Match 3. We did that with the state machines,
Yep.
where we're just trying to show here's a system that can help you get your thing off the ground. So that's kind of the focus that I have. And lately I've been looking into more systems. One really fun thing about this is that I can look into systems that I'd like to see used. Like, for example, we have this replay system. And Paragon uses it. If you've ever watched a live match of Paragon, or just gone to the site and seen a replay of a previous match, that all uses this system. And that system is actually already
Available for everybody.
It's already in the engine. It's already there. But since it was new and was being developed, we didn't have it documented yet. So that document is probably coming up next week, maybe the week after, depending on time.
It's just waiting for review, isn't it? At this point, if it's in the final stages.
Some of it is actually already going to be up. There are a few more pieces that are coming out.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so one thing that's really fun is like I went in and I took our tank game and hooked that up with some stuff so it could, be done with replays. So
that's awesome.
You could play a level and then go back and just rewatch it. I don't know if we're going to do that on the stream. I just did that for fun, but it was kind of neat because this was a way for me to learn how this system works and then document it so everyone else can learn how it works without having to, dive through engine code.
Does your documentation include pastry zombies getting run over? And
I tried not to mention that because I didn't want to spoil it,
but they're there. All right.
but
All right. As long as they're there, it's fine.
But yeah, they'll be there on the stream. But yeah, so that's kind of a really fun thing to do, and basically the point of what I'm trying to accomplish here is the engine has all this great functionality in it, but a lot of it you wouldn't know about if you didn't, well, all of it you wouldn't know about if you didn't go into the engine if we didn't document it. So my point with the streams and with the documentation I do is to make it so that you can see that we have all these great tools. They're already built in, they're right there, and a lot of the stuff that you might be tempted to program is actually done.
Yep.
And it's done by someone who is super good at this and specializes in this and comes in to their job every day and maintains this.
And had to go and deal with the lower level programmers to be like, okay, how does this operate within the renderer? How does this operate within the way that we manage memory? And so they had that inside track to build it to work with everything.
Yeah. And you as possibly a small game development team, even as a large game development team, this is all engineering resource that we have covered for you, so you don't even need to worry about it.
So you can go make your tanks even more
Jammy?
powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jammier tanks.
Jammy your tanks, yeah. So
course.
that's yeah.
gonna be my
better
next
living
Game Jam
through,
game.
through Raspberry Jam. All right,
All right,
let's go.
let's see.
Give
You
me
guys-
some
let's
delicious
I don't know.
fun.
Yeah, we'll start up with one and we'll get another key.
All right, let's see here.
What you got?
All right, so I don't know if I can pronounce this, but it's a lowercase e, a capital X, and a lowercase I.
Exy
Is
Frexy?
it just
Yeah.
Exy? Well, it doesn't say Exy Frexy.
It's just EXI.
It says Exy.
EXI.
Exy. That's
E-she.
Cedric.
I don't know.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
So Exy, we're
Okay, so
gonna
there we
go
go.
ahead and we're gonna give you a copy of Dangerous Golf.
Dangerous Golf. That's a good one. Yeah, nice.
All right, and now let's go look at what he posted up.
But yeah, that's you know what? Correct us if we're wrong, but everyone here at Epic pronounces your username as Exy. Everyone I know. Just a heads up.
Exy has stated Panda Studios freebie list thread, which
He
includes
says
a lot.
hi.
He says hi. Hi, Exy. Thread which contains a lot of projects, tutorials, freely available to the community. So there's like a whole nother competing thread. Oh, geez, yeah, no kidding. There's a ton of stuff here, isn't there? We got a recreation of Mastermind.
I love that
Ooh.
game.
I was never good at Mastermind. Mastermind, yeah, me and Mastermind. No.
These little
And we got advanced third person, sticky note, UMG. Man, looks like you got a ton of stuff in this little thread here. Advanced third person blueprint templates. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So these are links down to here.
Yeah.
So we can see. Oh, hey, how we're gonna build a sticky
Ooh, being
note,
able to. That's pretty cool.
or rather,
Oh,
here's the
yeah.
final product.
So there are definitely a couple games where you're like, oh, I like a detective game or whatever, where you might need to keep some notes about what you've run into. So
Yep.
That's right. Not
Panda
gonna
Studios
use, not
has
gonna
some
use one of
great
those
stuff.
easy quest trackers that just points you in the right direction, right? You're gonna have to read,
I-
figure stuff out.
I just always think of that as like the Crazy Taxi way too direct tracker. It's like, oh, here's exactly where you have to go. It's just like Crazy Taxi, but it's a little too easy.
ooh, snow,
Ooh.
nicely fitting for maybe a couple months from now here.
Yeah, probably for the next jam we're gonna want to get a lot of snow.
Is that yeah, you can
And,
see
and
that
we
on the
may or
stream,
may
right?
not have ugly Unreal Engine Christmas sweaters or holiday sweaters, kind of like, you know, that I might be showing off in a future stream.
May or may not.
May or
so
may not.
May?
It's,
think
or
that's
may
a-
not. You know, I'm gonna start doing that and setting people up for complete fabrications. Just like
I
We
may or may not be
not.
wearing the pie hat on the
Yeah.
next stream.
I may or may
Yeah,
not
right?
actually bring a live cat onto the next stream. You know, may or may not. Who knows?
We really want to do that.
Actually, yeah, that one would go over very well, I think.
We'll go. All right, draw us another one. Let's give it another key here.
Da-da-da.
Okay, what do we got?
I feel like I should do hand motions or something.
A Legend's Tale.
I thought it was at the bottom. LEG.
There we go.
A Legend's
Oh no,
Tale.
I'm sorry. A Legned's Tale.
A Legned's?
What?
That is
Did I
technically the
misspell
order
it?
that
I
it's-
probably misspelled it.
Well, either that or it's his form.
No, I mean, I thought you copy pasted. Are you bad at Control C, Control V?
We will know in just a
Yes.
second.
Let's-
Yes, you
No,
A
are.
legend. No, it was
I-
a Legend's Tale.
I
Okay.
typed their names manually. All right.
I can see that.
They can't see this is too far away to zoom into.
This is why
But the spreadsheet table has the
Chase
same thing.
looks
so.
at all of my documentation.
A Legned's tail.
A Legned's Tale.
Hang on, let me see if I can. You can't. It's too small.
There's no way you
It's
can
too
see
small.
that.
It's
There's
just
no
not
way you can see
happening.
that.
No, we tried. We tried, Clint.
don't think
We
we-
tried.
Try harder.
Enhance.
There are enhance. Enhance.
You can almost see letters. All right, it's not gonna work.
It's 3 big black pixels, and that's about it. All right. So, A Legend's Tale. There have been loads of content, posts, videos, etc. that have helped me along the way. Here are just a few that I've saved that might prove useful to others. Reddit's Unreal Engine subreddit has been helpful for me when the UE4 Answer Hub couldn't. Yep.
Oh
yeah, I definitely
yeah.
even popped my head in there to see if there's anything like comments on
The
tutorials.
Unreal Engine
or-
the Unreal Engine subreddit is amazing. If you go to reddit.com/r/Unreal Engine, that one's being
Hi, Lurk.
curated by Zio Yuri. He's an amazing person. Just does a ton of great work here, and you can talk to so many people. You get direct responses really quickly.
Yeah, all the responses seem really helpful. Like I've not,
Yeah.
had to post any questions here, but just reading through, and you can usually see the release notes and people talking about those.
I've answered one or two things up here as not
Yeah.
me.
I've come in here under my personal account sometimes, like secretly, like so people don't know what the name is, and I'll just talk to people for a while, and it's actually really cool to just get that perspective. And this is
Now people are going to try to figure
this
out
is-
who you are.
Oh, jeez. But no, this is actually a really picking up in activity. When let me see. But back before UE4 actually launched, we've had one post maybe every other day and like a couple of votes here and there. And now it's tons of info coming in. Lots of people
Almost
are using
19,000 people.
it. Tons of people. Wow, almost 19,000.
Yeah,
which,
right there.
Because it was
Yeah,
like
what happened?
it was just like 6 months ago that was like at 15,000. So it's increasing rapidly. A lot of people are getting really active in here.
Yeah, more
Highly
links to
recommend hanging
tutorials.
out.
Mm-hmm.
What else was mentioned there under the subreddit? Let's see.
Okay, we got how to add buttons dynamically to UMG was on the Answer Hub. How to create a global variable also on the Answer Hub, and another thread. This post helped me understand the difference between most major blueprints like character and player controller.
What's that?
That one sounds interesting. Can someone explain to me Unreal's methodology of the player character?
Oh, and Ryan John came in there. Nice.
Yep, Ryan
Nice.
John laying it down.
Wow, look at how many badges he
Yeah.
has. Jeez, like that's how you know he's got elite status from all his posts.
You should
Just
you should just give him another one.
just give him some gold like badges that
Just
say,
like General
ba-
Purple Heart,
badge,
something,
badge.
something.
Yeah, it's a badge haver badge.
Badge haver badge.
Yeah, he has many badges, therefore he's a badge haver. That's it.
But yeah, no, these all, and it looks like, I mean,
I think also discussing it with people too, like, yes, this is from information from the docs, but being able to be like, okay, I mostly get this, but as we're talking about it on the subject, could you help me clarify this?
yeah,
one
what's
point?
what's the quick and dirty rather than the mile-long page? I mean, sure, there's a lot of other things that we could talk about. We could talk about, which one of these executes first? Like, if you're building one of these, which one, who could spawn what and when would those get executed and things
Right.
along. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes you just need to know, what should I use a game mode for?
Right.
What's the game instance for? Player, whatever, right? Like, so having these really nice, quick breakdowns, definitely very useful. Alrighty, let's give
They
away
just keep saying badger in chat now.
badger. Alright, we got a...
Sorry, no, that song is stuck in my head.
Alright, now, this time I need you to reach into that hat, but kind of mix them up a little bit, and then pick out...
What
pick
did a
out-
Legend's Tale win?
A Legend's Tale has won. We're gonna give you a copy of The Culling.
Ooh, that's a really interesting multiplayer game about killing people.
Yep. Well, okay then.
It's just like really flat. Like it's straight up. It's Hunger Games. It's Hunger
okay.
Games.
Who do we
Yeah,
got? Who'd you pull out?
it's
So
really fun.
we have Night Watcher. He was in our top 3? Was he the number
Yep.
1?
Night Watcher was in the top 3, but he was
He was in the top 3. Yeah.
So Night Watcher. Load up what he's posted.
Oh, wow. We might not read through all of
Whoa.
these.
Yes, I'm actually really excited that we got one of
Oh, okay.
these. So we're not going to be able to
Somebody
go through
reads a
all
lot of
these.
docs.
Oh, look at that. They
Oh,
got
someone's
the siege
all
in the
over the
Ooh, they
sandbox
do
up
have
there.
the Siege in the
Dang,
Sandbox.
Night
That
Watcher.
looks so cool.
And there's some actually
Wow.
really interesting stuff, and I saw multi-edit. Is Yannick in the chat?
Oh my
Yannick
god.
in the
Oh
chat?
yeah, Yannick's in the chat. Yeah, well, there's a few people hanging out in
Well,
chat.
multi-edit is in this list.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, multi-edit.
Here's how I learn. First, I'd watch the Unreal Engine 4 tutorials,
Good.
which is, that's ours. And speaking of YouTube, follow Maverick.
Maverick.
Ooh, speed
and
level design
Engine
videos.
Twitch live streams. So, hey, another call out for us.
Yay.
Then I would stay active on Twitter and follow people who are doing awesome things with the engine. Yeah, we have a lot of people on Twitter.
Oh, hang on, I'm about to get a name drop. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Wait, keep reading?
Yeah.
Follow
Uh,
Unreal
I-
Alexander. He keeps highlighting them.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, follow Unreal. He keeps highlighting them.
Follow me on Twitter at Unreal Alexander because I retweet a lot of interesting stuff that I find.
Yep. Answer Hub. We got Shader Bits. UE4.com
Oh yeah, shader bits. Yeah, that's
Is it
that's
Ryan? Yeah,
Brooks.
that's Ryan Brooks.
Yeah, actually, if you follow
a
at
wizard.
I think he is at Shader Bits on
Yeah,
Twitter now.
I
He just
believe
got like
so.
a Twitter account. Yeah, see if he got a link to his blog here. So Ryan, for clarification, he's the guy that did the bubbles and stuff for like the beginning of the Vulkan demo and all that. But yeah, at Shader Bits, you've got to follow this guy if you want to see wizardry, like pure wizard game
Every time
development.
he's on, we just whisper,
anything he
"Are you a
says,
wizard?"
anything he does
Okay.
is always impressive.
Yeah, imposter
They-
sprites,
yeah.
right? That was
Yeah,
something.
imposter sprites.
Imposter sprites. He did what was it? The one he showed off how he made the paragon foliage, where he's just like building, like he had the vine and tree like foliage creation stuff. Scroll down to the bottom of this one. So one day he comes up to me and he's just like, I'm really interested in caustics right now. And then this is what he came up with. It's just like, oh my god, That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah, he just wanted to get into caustics, and then he comes
Oh,
up with
pixel dilation.
and then he ends up writing these massive like breakdowns of how he came up with these ideas and where they went and all that. I want to credit him as the guy who came up with the ideas the fish in the
Zindama?
Zindam, yeah, the
Zen
Zen Garden. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like just a shader, like they just move around like bricks, and then the shader causes them to like move around and swirl. I think that was him. But
This is a little bit of
I love
a
this
peek over the
UV
shoulder for-
breakdown. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like the UV breakdown. And this is how he thinks. I genuinely believe that in his brain he UV maps things and like can watch them unwrap. It's like
He's a wizard.
Well,
Yep.
that's a great resource. Yeah.
very
And it just
useful
keeps going.
tutorials. Oh yeah, no,
This
he's
just
so
keeps-
detailed.
Keeps going.
Oh, and there's
and
there's
here, have some
there's
shader code.
Some code for you. Really, he's super amazing.
Whew.
He's
Yeah.
Noobs Distrube says Ryan B is my idol at Epic. Sorry, Unreal Alexander. He's my idol too, man. He is my idol too. Him and Alan
Yep.
and Zach, of course. Oh my gosh.
Actually, there's that. Wait. Oh, I thought I saw something about vines, but maybe not. Okay. But yeah, there's a ton of assets or resources in here, both
he's
from
got
projects.
so many to go through. So Night Watcher, we're going to give you one of these. We have multiple shirts. I don't bring everything with me, but we got some more shirts we give away. But at the same time, you're also getting a coffee cup and one of our cheat sheets.
Oh.
So
Oh
the
yeah,
cheat
yeah.
sheets.
These
We
are the
have-
ones that everyone lost their mind about.
yeah,
These are the
we have a
little
chunk of these.
pads. They go in front of your keyboard.
Yeah. Lay them down here, and they have all the. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sure. Everything is rebindable in the editor. So if you don't like it, you can just change it.
Yep.
But hey, if you want to know what the defaults are, here are your defaults, and a nice little bit you can put in front of your keyboard.
This is one to zoom in on. Here you go. How about that? You ready? Hold it
here
up.
Here are my wrists again.
Here, you want me to hold it?
I think it's over on your side anyway.
Okay, so yeah, this is the one. It's got all the hotkeys listed for different stuff. It's a little hard to read.
They're all pixelated out for decency.
Super.
For decency.
Yeah, we can't show that anywhere. Okay, over.
And
on
also, this is it's an Epic Games coffee cup. It's a double walled. Should keep everything. It's probably not dishwasher safe because it is double walled, but for tea or coffee, and you'll also be getting one of these along with a shirt and that thing. So
Oh yeah, perfect.
you want it? You can't have it. Sorry, man.
The one thing I wanted to mention is seeing people's posts like this is really helpful when
Ow.
they're, say, put in order in terms of like, this is how I learned, right? Like I would start here and then go here, and then here's some awesome things you can go look at once you're trying to figure out what you want to do. Especially people who, are known to be helpful on the Answer Hub or have made projects for game jams because you're like, oh, I want to, how did that person learn? Like, was it one time I was fielding questions from the chat and somebody's like, how long has Wes been doing blueprints? Because he's, seems like he knows all the things about blueprints, and it's like he's only been picking it up for the past couple of years, but the way he learned it, if he were to explain that, that's something that helps people who want to follow and do the same
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he says to check out the PS on his post.
Well,
P.S. Gama Sutra can be a good source of articles too. In fact, all
Of my
our
articles
are posted on Gama
Gamma's-
Sutra.
Oh, so he wanted to get that little.
hey, I feel like it's a pretty safe.
There you go, there's Joseph.
That's TARDIS.
There you go.
Sorry, it's a phone booth, but TARDIS.
Nice.
Don't we know where that is? Were
Yes,
over
we
there?
when we went to EGX, we were there.
Yeah, we're EJX. We know exactly where that is.
We know where you were.
We know where you were. Nice.
Awesome.
All right, so I think we're gonna swap out here for Sam and Wes.
Yes.
So thank you, Lauren and Richard, for coming on and talking with us.
Yep.
And
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
I don't know what Clint would like to do. If you'd like to fade to black or just have people dance
We
in.
can have them
like-
awkwardly shuffle on in front of the cameras. It'll be really
I
fun.
mean, that's up to you, man.
Yeah.
You want me to like touch this mic a couple times?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just start
There you go.
smacking it.
Gotta get some of those.
At least you'll probably want to mute. those
Whatever we
remarks.
can do to drive Clint crazy with the audio and visuals.
No.
Let's not. Let's.
There we go.
That is good.
That's not.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna leave the web browser up for a second. Y'all can do a hot swap. Joseph, you're getting a really big plug right here, aren't you? Oh wait, did we go to black? Okay, we faded to black. There we go.
We're back. Yeah, black, and then back onto the web page.
Kept the camera on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, which order are they in? It does, because you have nameplates.
Are the nameplates in the correct order?
They're in
There
the
will be. All right. Awesome.
I don't know if they can.
Uh,
Perfect. Sweet. You guys nailed it. So you got your mic.
Got your mic.
Got your mic. All right. So, all right.
Hey,
the
what's
magic.
happening, everybody? We're back.
The magic of TV. Here we are.
Teleportation. No, I'm kidding. Bye, Lauren.
you,
Bye,
guys.
Richard. Thank you
Bye.
for joining
Thanks
us.
for
Thanks,
coming
guys.
on.
So,
Get back to writing things.
I don't know.
Oh,
You want
right.
to talk about more stuff? We have so.
I
You guys
know.
got a lot of stuff to
Yeah.
give away.
Yeah, we have a lot of
we
items
do.
still.
Yeah, and if you
How
guys
about
have
we
enough.
start by giving something away?
Okay, let's do that.
All right, let's start with the fun stuff.
Why don't
Madness.
you
All right,
draw a
what-
name there and
Wes really wants to get this good stuff out there. So
Wes is
what
just
you
like,
got?
Let's get stuff here.
let's get through the life stuff.
Let's do it, because and I want to throw these out here. These pads on here, these cups, a lot of the stuff that we're giving away today, you can't buy anywhere. You can only win it by watching the stream and participating on the forums.
That's right.
And I'm just plugging a lot of our stuff here, I know, but it's true. If you want to win any of these, you can't go buy it anywhere.
That's right.
It's the only way to get it.
A retech. Let's see. Control F A A-Y-R-E. Tech.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's bring you up. Let's see what
All
we got
right.
here.
Oh, I think he's in chat. Yeah, Aratech is in chat.
Aratech and Aratech's. We kind of got these out of order, but
Aratech?
Aratech.
Everything.
Aratech?
We're gonna go ahead and throw a copy of the Mean Greens at you.
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
I've been playing it.
And Aratech says, before this thread gets instantly full of all the good stuff that's been mentioned, I would like to add these. Here, well, of course, the forums.
The forums, yeah.
And
So first link there. Oh, do control and zoom in a little so we can read that a little bit better.
Okay.
Control and roll. There you go.
now it's a block of text.
That's wait,
before-
that's ball. That's
yeah, that's the wrong one. We need
yeah,
to
no,
up or
yeah.
down, up or down.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Up or down. Okay. Would also like to say I've learned the most from this specific one, the game jams. This is Go with the Flow.
It's pronounced AirTech.
Airtech.
Now we know.
So you looks like you learn a lot from these actually participating
in the game. Jam.
Yeah,
It's one of the best ways to learn. I
it
think.
is.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it gives you
Jump in the deep end, start building stuff.
and
Oh,
it
yeah.
gives you a set time frame, and it
Yep.
gives you a set theme. And
That's the hardest
you-
thing is
you don't
coming
have
up
to think.
with what is it that I'm going to build today. And you're
Yep.
like,
Right.
there's so much stuff I could do. But then you're like,
You could, but what
I
are you
have
gonna do?
decision
Yeah.
paralysis now.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And,
decision paralysis can kind of kill you up until someone throws a jam idea at you, and then it's like, okay, yeah, it's like,
Yep.
now I know.
And in general, exactly, just big thanks to the people that make their knowledge and experience available for others that you can just Google. And
Yep.
sure enough, yeah, I mean, you're going to get some Wikipedia stuff, but at the same time,
Hey, read the
there's-
Wikipedia article, actually. It's really fascinating, the history of Unreal Engine. I actually really love these, like this, where it came from and the versions and all that. If you're into the history of game development stuff, and I am, so. And yeah, you can actually find out some kind of neat stuff about Tim Sweeney himself and how he bought like 7,000 acres of North Carolina wildland and is preserving that on top of the 35,000 acres he already protects. Stuff like that. In case you were wondering where your Unreal Engine money goes to when you buy an Unreal Engine game, it goes to that.
It goes to land.
It goes to protecting
that's
stuff.
great.
He's cool.
Good
Yeah.
on you, Tim.
But that's kind of how I found out about that.
I have no idea. Oh, this is
Did
the
you
jam.
lose it? There you
No,
go.
this is the jam.
There you go.
And a big thanks to this guy, Mr. Alar himself.
Alar. I've never heard of this. Who is this
Who
Alar?
is this Alar guy?
I don't know.
Wait a minute,
Mi-
didn't we have him on the
Michael
screen?
Alar. Michael Alar. It's an odd name.
Yeah, Alar. He was on what? How long ago? It was.
Yeah, it was
a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
3 weeks ago, and then it was funny.
Just before you went out. Huh?
Yeah,
like
he
this
came
icon.
over and they
I
were like-
don't know where this icon came from.
yeah, what is this? I wouldn't understand this and why it would be all over and in your face all the time and driving some
Why is it
people
on in
crazy.
the corner every time I install a new version of? By the way, you kind of have. I mean, I won't take direct credit for it, but yeah. The editorial system was a real big push of mine for a while, and that's how this thing.
If anyone
this
wants to
icon in
know-
the corner
know where
sits
this
there
iconic
blinking at you.
icon
Hey,
came
would you
from.
like to run through some really basic tutorials about how to use your camera? Yep. Actually, it's actually still a really big push for us to try to get
Yeah.
more of these built. But definitely from the community, people have asked for more complicated things.
Oh yeah.
It's like we get it. We know how to use the camera. It's just as a proof of concept. Hey, we figured out how to do camera stuff. Now we need to get the editor tutorial system working in Blueprints or
Right.
the other various editors.
Which
And
is a hard thing to do considering you're sitting on top of everything else. So you have to,
oh, don't even get me started.
you gotta, there's a lot of hooks
Don't
and
even.
stuff that you have to put in and
All the viewports are named the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't highlight a single viewport.
You have to
All
highlight
right,
all
you
of them.
have If you highlight a viewport, they all highlight.
These are limitations you
So,
never
I
thought of
mean,
when
you're-
writing
yeah,
documentation.
it's stuff like that. It's
Some
just like
properties in the slate are actually all in just one giant slate block instead of
they're not individual properties.
Yeah,
Those ones
yeah.
are easy to find because if you turn on the tooltip finder for us, there's nothing there. It's like you're just like, well, these don't really exist. There's other properties that are being linked in as groups from other locations.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah, the internet tutorial. Sorry. Anyway, didn't mean to distract from a log here.
You went off on this whole other realm.
Well, that's what the
Alice
icon's
Block.
for. It makes perfect sense if you follow the icon.
Okay.
It makes perfect
All
sense.
right. Well, thank you, Aller, for making these awesome things, and also thanks for attending my wedding. That was really cool.
Oh,
Yeah, he actually made it,
nice.
Cool.
unlike some people. Wow. Yeah.
I don't
Got
know.
cold in
I
here a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I don't know who he's talking to.
I think I was out of town.
Am I going to throw shade? Yeah,
no.
just a little. Yeah. So you want to draw another name?
Yeah, you should probably draw another name
Those
so
are
we can
the
diffuse the
wrong two fingers,
situation.
Ian.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, I get to draw a name. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Who do we got here? Oh, Sam Dieter. Awesome.
Oh,
Sam. You're not
Sam.
qualified.
Nice work.
Some sticker stuff.
Gecko Girl is who I
Gecko
pulled.
Gecko Girl. That's
Gecko
it.
Girl.
Gecko Girl.
Gotcha. Thank you. Let's go.
Unless my English isn't so great.
Gecko girl.
Yeah, Geko.
Sweet.
Girl.
The lie lives another week.
Okay, Gecko girl. Let's give you a prize before we get started here. We'll paste you in for another copy of The Killing Floor.
Sweet.
All the DLCs. And there's nothing binding on these. If you already have the games, feel free to give them away to other people. It's totally cool. It's just what we have available, right? So Gecko Girl, this video really helped me out with using splines. What video is this? This is one of our training streams. Who's on this training stream, I wonder?
Zach.
Is it Zach? I think I saw pink
Yeah.
hair. Yeah, it's the pink haired one.
Oh,
He
he's just
Pink-haired
so
one.
he's just so cool.
How
Look at
old
that
is
hair.
this training stream?
Well, seeing he has a lot of the pink hair on the
I say he-
side,
he
this is at
hasn't
least.
aged at all. He still looks the same.
He really does. This is at least.
couch
a
is-
year- at
couch
least-
is different.
oh,
Pretty old.
His old 3D Buzz video still, he looks the same in
Right.
those too. Just
2014.
doesn't age.
2014, guys.
Jesus.
This is over 2 years old now.
Wow.
Well, will be 2 years old come December 10th.
Which is in
But yeah, he really hasn't changed, and his hair's still pink. And I think it's the same shade of pink.
I remember when I first got here, I heard Zach like across the kitchen. I was like, holy shit, it's the dude from 3D Buzz.
Yep. Yeah, actually, the same thing. One of the first time when I got hired, and it was just like, oh, it's Jeff and Zach. Even though I remember, I mean, because a lot of us learned on UE2, and the Unreal Tournament videos that came out that came with the collector's edition, and Zach and Jeff Wilson were the guys that were on
The
there.
big red. Dude,
Yep.
my book that I had that book and it was like duct taped together, and like by the
Yeah.
time I was done
Some
with
wear and
school,
tear
like
on
dude, it had definitely gotten I got his
Yep.
money out of that one.
So-
That was the other funny thing is Ryan Brooks. I've been an Unreal developer for many years before I got here to Epic. And when I got here, it was weird putting like everybody's face with the name.
Like, I know the names.
I know the name. I know this person. I asked this person for this question, or like I just all my platform questions would go to Josh Adams, and I met him, and he's like, "Your name sounds really familiar." And I'm
Like, I was that
"Oh,
really annoying guy in the forums.
well, UDN posts, but you know, but yeah, I just that's one of the weird things about working in such a small industry like this is that after a while you know, that's why you use good form on everything, because you have no idea who you're going to run into, or like what Alex says, like I give people advice all the time on the subreddits for game development, like how you break into the industry, how do you do this, how do you do that. So yeah, that's all good stuff that I wanted to bring that back around because that's how I got started, right? Reading all of that stuff on the web pages and whatnot.
Oh goodness, am I drawing
You
one?
get to draw a name, Alexander.
The pressure is on.
Don't draw yourself.
I mean, you do these streams and you help out a ton, and
Sam Dieter.
Yes.
Again?
Sweet.
who is? Why is he
Let's see here.
Showing up.
Agent of Love.
Agent of Love.
Agent of Love.
I thought you said Agent Offloff.
Yeah, I know. I was just
That,
misreading
actually,
it.
that's probably how I spelled it. Agent.
Oh, it's
of,
Agent of Love.
Oh, yeah, there we
Oh yeah. Do we have a link for this one?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Hey,
Agent of Love.
Agent of Love.
All right.
Agent of Love, and before we get cracking, you have won a copy of Dangerous Golf. And I will say right now, that is the last key that we have to give away. Everything else after this point is physical goodness. All right, so Agent of Love, the Blueprint Quick Shot playlist. Helped me a lot as the beginner.
Is this one of the ones that I redid? I think.
Oh, yeah, the quick shots. Yeah, like how to quickly create triggerable triggerable lights, blueprint pickups, custom
It's
projectiles.
like a short 4-minute,
Yeah,
2-minute
It's
videos.
like the how-tos kind of, but in a video form.
Yeah, I think the longest one's like 8 and something minutes.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
besides
wow.
that, they're really short.
Yeah.
I like
they're-
that. Yeah, the little
We
snippets.
should bring more of these back. We were talking about this a while back. We should.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that we do can be broken down to be pretty snappy.
Yeah.
It's just we need to. It's a lot of extra assumptions are usually made with these kind of things, but we can still build them pretty quick. I mean, these are. I mean, you can tell by the assets that are used in these. These are also probably back 2014 March. These are over a year and a half old
Golding. This
Yep.
is before I redid. I think they're updated now.
They're updated
on
now?
our official. Yeah.
on their official. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that. I think. Wait, hold on. Bloop. Bloop. Oh,
Yeah. This is the YouTube.
yeah. This is the YouTube channel.
This is the pre.
Yeah, we'd have to. We'd have. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So, great.
You know, like Lauren was saying before, it's even if it's an old video, you'll still get some use out of it because it's there's only two ways to draw a polygon, right? You either
Yep.
draw it clockwise or counterclockwise. Like there's only two winding directions, so it doesn't really matter how you get there.
And somebody needs to explain to me how you know you're drawing it clockwise or counterclockwise, because it's still
Make my points like this.
Ah,
and it
but it's
pops
but,
that
it,
way.
but it's but it's but it's
my
but
points
it's
like that.
relative. It's relative to the points. Okay, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
okay.
You guys
I see
go
what
have
you're
your nerd
saying.
argument
Right,
somewhere
like
else.
it's
We're giving away free
what if,
stuff
what if you had
today.
three? What if you had like 3 in a row? Right, like what's clockwise? Whatever.
Well, that would be called a line segment, silly.
Thank you, Sam. Sam the man.
Sam Diner, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, so what have you been working on?
The last year, I guess I've been doing a lot of video tutorials, Twitch streams. A lot of the videos that are on our official site have been
Yep,
redone.
you
Some new
have.
ones as well. Yeah, if you want to pop that up.
Not docs.google. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, the engine's ever changing, so I updated some of the ones that were predated to bring them up to date. But
I know you recently kicked out a big old networking one.
yeah, the networking series was one that I was working on for a while. And finally got out there. It's a lot of stuff, but it's from beginning to end. Entire
how many
network
hours?
solution. It's a
Then?
lot.
This
It's like a
is-
full day's
Oh, the
worth of school.
Yeah, it's like 20. It's like 20.
It's 8 hours.
Something. It's 8 hours.
It's like 8
Oh my
hours is what
gosh.
I told somebody.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Kate is very well aware. So my wife does the captions for these, and she's been working through these. She's like, it's 8 hours of captions, and so many captions.
yeah, I apologize to Chase too because he had to go through this and do it over and over again and make sure that
Make sure
Great.
everything worked.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this was a beast of a series, kind
been
of a
working
pet
on this for a
project.
long
Yeah, I
time.
had been working on it off and on Epic
we-
Fridays and stuff.
We've
just
been
to try
using
and get it
that.
to
We
work.
used it in some of our first VR multiplayer stuff that we tried out. Slowly been getting everything to work correctly.
Yeah, and I kind of want to take it further. Like in the last Twitch stream that I did, I kind of touched on it a little bit, and we did get VR multiplayer, so VR pawn versus third-person clients against each other. That's probably one of the things that I want to take down the road, evolve on that. Like you guys are doing the fighting game, Lauren and Richard are doing the tanks versus zombies. I want to do some kind of multiplayer thing,
Awesome.
VR multiplayer thing, and keep pushing that down the road. So that's
Really cool.
on my plate down the road.
Yeah, we're currently trying to figure out the whole stream thing for large form things like
Yeah.
that and whatnot, but definitely want to keep putting out that content.
Yeah.
We feel it might be better for video in general, but still doing the streams on this stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's again different audiences and people learn differently, and
Sure.
it's always nice to accommodate people like that,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's good times. I mean, we were talking like we got people who just listen to our
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
They don't watch us. They don't. They just leave it on in the background, and or there are certain people who do like really good, like I'm connecting this to this, I'm doing this to this,
Right.
right? And they're very vocal about what's going on, so you can just listen to them and get, oh, okay, I see it, I can see it in my head, and we have people that learn that way.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
told me that actually on one of the trips that we went on, that they listened to us on the way to work,
Right,
to
right.
traffic. They're sitting in traffic and they just
They
have it
just-
up and
just
listening,
have it
to kind of
listen.
keep hearing it and keep
Yeah.
iterating on it. So.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I kind of like Valkyria does the podcasts, which are really useful if you're not someone who can actually look at stuff but just want to hear something cool. So check out those podcasts too.
Yeah. All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna draw a name. I'm gonna draw a name try to mix this up here a little bit because they kind of get scattered
Spread around
around.
my
in there.
You got the name?
Better not be
They're
Sam
gonna
again.
win the Notebook, right? Is that what they're going to win?
No,
Is that
we're-
what-
they're not giving away the notebook. We have crafted cart. Crafted cart. Let's see what crafted cart. No, hold on. Don't change that. Crafted cart. Bring this over. And crafted cart, you have one.
Twin stick shooter project. Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, the twin stick
That's
shooter
a
one.
really good one.
Wait, isn't Crafted in here today? Yeah, Crafted Cart is watching today. There you are. Hey,
Yeah, crafted. We got you a shirt, one of the cheat sheets. Let's see
Oh,
if I can.
yeah. So, show them all the things. Come on. Well, we got like a bunch of stuff.
Okay, you want to see the cheat
Yeah,
sheet?
okay,
yeah,
so
fine.
I'm going to
whatever.
hold this. So you can
Right,
see what
like
the
that, and
And model
then
it off.
here's the shirt.
Okay, all right. So it's like
And
the shirt
then
like he's wearing.
There is we got a
Like this?
we were
actually
able,
there you go.
Wearing the
Model
same ones
that.
today.
we were able to find one
Looking
of
good.
these. It's a small battery.
Oh yeah,
It's a
yeah,
USB
yeah.
battery thing.
That's pretty
And it's got
I'm not,
the,
I'm not sure how
it's got the Epic Games
75.
beef
logo on
it
it.
is, beefy it is.
500 ohms. or
Yeah,
something?
it's kinda
Yeah,
hard to
or
see.
milliamps or whatever.
I forgot
Yeah,
what the
so-
measurement was.
Maybe it's on there. Maybe it actually says on there.
Probably says it on something.
This is 2200 milliamp ohms. Or milliamp hours. Milliamp hours.
So
Jeez.
it's like a smaller one.
yeah,
so yeah,
it's a small battery, but it'll charge your phone.
It's
Yeah.
like two
So-
charges.
it's got
yeah.
some nice branding on it from
There's
us.
75,000
And then
ones or
yeah,
whatever,
you get
like
one of these
4.
bad boys and a shirt.
Yep.
And yeah, this
That's
is stuff
pretty
that
sweet.
is not for sale on stores anywhere. You can only get
I,
it.
I think we
by
dig this up
watching these.
from.
Yeah, we actually we
Raided
dug
the
through the
swag
swag
closet.
closet
Yeah.
and rated it, and that's how we often get a lot of this cool rare stuff.
It's like, yeah, it's just that it doesn't end up being given away. So Crafted Cart has posted twin stick shooter project. Can't
That's a
really
good
list
one.
much else as I'm starting off with UE4 at the moment, although the resources posted here seem to be worth looking at. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. The twin stick shooter. Yeah, this and even like we keep on
Yeah.
saying it, even though it's 4.8, all of this stuff is still completely valid. It might just be slightly different in the way that it looks, or it might be slightly easier because we end up combining large sections of nodes down into a simple one-offs, right? Where you don't have to rebuild entire
Something comes as a
sections.
macro now or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. So yeah, twin stick shooter. Wait, was this also Zach?
Yeah, this is
this
Zach.
was Zach, yeah.
This was Zach.
This was, I
The
think
pink-haired one?
it was
It came
one
from
of
one of his talks that he
yeah,
gave
because it was,
somewhere.
Yes.
I know this is a mobile game, or not necessarily a mobile game, but I think he definitely put it on mobile.
Yeah, there have actually been a couple pushes of this internally, including one that Alan Willard did for. Oh, geez, what was the conference we did in London? He did a twin stick shooter where it wasn't a person; it was Geometry Wars type thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's actually on the marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the marketplace.
Under the Learn tab.
Learn
maybe.
tab.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
it's
the
on
web,
the
I
web.
think.
Yeah, that one's by Willard, but this one, yeah, the full thing put up by Zach to do this. This is another beefy one. This is how many? That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
beginning to end.
20. No, yeah,
There's
23.
5.
23 videos,
23.
probably all about 15 to 30 minutes apiece. So yeah,
That's probably like another 7, 8 hours worth of video.
yep. All right. Well, Wes.
Yeah, mostly videos. Like I said,
Yeah.
somebody had said the Skeletons was a good video series. Actually,
The
interesting.
transitions are killer. Did you not see that?
I did
Yeah,
not
it
see
kinda
that.
threw me
We'll
off.
see it again.
The interesting thing about the Skeleton series was that we were considering internally changing the name of Skeleton Assets. Remember that?
I remember that.
Because a lot of people were getting confused on what a skeleton is, and that you had to have one per character.
But what do you name it?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And that's
And
why
it's-
that's how that series came about. It was like, well, we need something to kind of really hash home that
There's not
a one-to-one
Yeah, there's not a
these, so-
word or a combination of words that flows off the tongue
Bone
that
structure?
says. But that's not what it is,
Yeah.
right?
Skeleton.
It's more like a. I mean, the closest we came was it's an animation family.
yeah.
But what do you? What? Right? What does that actually mean?
Yeah.
It's an animation family. Well, then you start thinking, well, maybe it's groups of animations. It's like, no,
Right.
not really. It's kind of more like what animations that you have can be used on. But so we just skeleton, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at the asset, it's bones, right? It's bones, but those bones match animations, and the animations are associated with the skeleton,
Right.
right? So it's just like, yeah, just keep the name, roll with it.
Yeah.
But there are times though where it doesn't survive. Like, geez, it was Tuesday. I mentioned Scene Outliner, right? And that defines how long I've been working with UE4 because we changed it to World Outliner.
Yeah, World Outliner.
yeah.
So
Scene outliner.
yeah, it's like it's the
Come
scene
on,
outliner.
old
So
man. I mean,
well, guess what happens every time somebody does something like that? We get to go hunt down all the images and all the instances of that word and the
Persona,
documentation. Yeah, and that's what we're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Persona. You know, persona in quotes.
Yeah, it's
right?
still Persona, but it's
Funny thing is, actually, no, it was never Persona. Like, it was the name that we kind of came up with internally to refer to it as, but if you go through, like, if you were clicking on the editors, maybe if you go to really old screenshots, there might be one that says Persona something.
Oh yeah, none of them actually.
But
say
none of them
yeah.
actually say Persona on
It
them.
was just
It's what
the
we
term
called
that
it
we called
internally.
all the tools.
Yeah, all the tools combined were known as
called
Persona,
Persona.
and we would talk to it. We talked to it as Persona.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Not even in code is it referred to as
Yeah.
Persona. It's like the skeleton editor, the skeletal mesh editor, the animation sequence editor, and the
Wow.
animation blueprint editor.
I don't know, man. I just
So-
always thought it was just Persona.
Nope.
It's kind of blowing my mind.
Nope, you go look at it. There's Persona never existed as a form
Like
of
actually in the
interface.
code is Persona.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now that bit might be wrong, but when I was digging through there doing viewport stuff, trying to find stuff to highlight, I never once really found Persona when I was digging around in there.
Yeah.
Strange.
So, just one of those weird things.
I never realized that. I've been using Unreal Engine since before casting was in the engine.
The thing, right?
Yeah, it's like
casting.
Yeah, I remember.
cast a thing.
remember when Cast 2 was implemented in Blueprints. That was the day.
And dirt is old too. Yeah. So yeah, there's a definitely.
Yeah,
Some
there's a ton of
interesting
videos.
things.
There's going to be more stuff coming too. We're always trying to add to this, but that's one of the major things that I've been doing this year. In addition to UMG stuff, UMG came in hot and heavy. That
Yeah.
was at the beginning of the year, into last year.
Sequencer, too.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to that. Sequencer was a big one announced at GDC.
Yep.
So I had to do a lot of documentation and video series for that. Gave some talks on that.
Have we figured out who's going to handle Niagara
Probably gonna be me.
documentation? It's going to be you.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
That would be interesting.
All right, let's draw a name. We are in actually to the final
All right.
4.
Let's go.
This is when
Here we go.
things get fancy.
Durzo. D-E-R.
Durzo.
Durzo.
Durzo was just complaining that he never wins these things either.
Well, I picked your name. There you go.
There you go, Durzo. You've won.
Yes, there you go. You manifested that by complaining in chat.
That's right.
There you go.
Actually, given the number of prizes we have to the number of entries we have, you actually have about a 33% chance of winning something, right? So
Not bad.
your
Not
chances
bad.
are actually really good. So let's put that over there. In Durzo, let's go ahead and show you what you've won here. You have won a Logitech keyboard, a Logitech mouse, and one of the cheat sheets.
Wow.
So we have
So these Logitech keyboards and mice, we use them. Like
Yeah.
we got some,
Yeah.
and dude, they're awesome.
Yeah, these are the Pro simplified ones, I guess. They do have a fancy color thing on them
Wow.
for 16.8 million colors. But the really big one, these things are heavy, by the
There's
way.
a bunch of numbers on the back.
These
I assume that
things-
means good.
Yeah, these are G810 Orion Spectrums
Now you
that
will-
we have here.
You will press your keys with force and authority.
That's right. They
Look
are
at that.
mechanical
You're getting
keyboards,
all that.
Romer Gs. Every one of these has an individual LED. Thank you very much to Logitech for these.
Thanks, Logitech. These are
they,
awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
we asked for stuff to give away, and they're like, sure, have a pallet of stuff. Like, oh, okay. So Zach's got a chunk of these. We got a
Yeah.
chunk of these. Yeah, so all of these out there, and also, of course, one of the cheat sheets to go along.
Oh
with it.
yeah, and also the cheat sheet.
Yeah, but
So-
yeah, I just started using this one. It's actually got a really good feel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The I believe it's the 710, the one that you use currently, has a really loud clacky sound. These have a solid mechanical field without
The clack.
making you
Oh,
want to
oh no,
murder
he
your
says he
friends.
doesn't want any of this. He just wants the stalking hat. Okay, buddy. We'll just
that's-
put this all back
that's-
and get you the stalking hat instead.
You
I know.
need to talk to.
No, oh, you're just kidding. It's too late. We already made the switch. To the
Yeah,
stocking
sorry.
hat
Actually, you need to talk to Party 626 if you want that hat.
now. Yeah, I think there's only the one, right?
Yeah, we only have one.
That's wow. Okay,
We
so those
only
are
have
actually
one.
rarer.
And we actually only have one of the cat shirts too. So
I don't even have a cat shirt.
I have
It was the first shirt I ever picked.
three.
Wait, is that true? He also gets the shirt? What?
No, no, no.
Oh,
No, no, no.
The
We
next
only-
person.
the next person is going
gets
to be
all that plus a cat shirt.
Yeah, the next person gets all that plus a cat shirt.
Oh wow.
So anyway, Durzo. These tutorials help me get started in the Unreal Engine, especially Zach Parrish ones. Yep. The Endless Runner series.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the Tesla Dev and some of the
Tesla
Unreal
Dev.
Tech tutorials.
Yeah, I have to say Tesla is. When I was just getting started too, I was basically watching his tutorials like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
good.
let's check out the Tesla.
Tesla also does a great job of saying like every single thing he's doing. Like
Yeah, he's-
anything he touches,
He's
he
the
says,
guy I was thinking of that you could podcast, right?
Yeah, you could just
to him.
listen to everything he's saying and know what he's doing.
Exactly. Yeah, all of these are
Nice.
really, really solid.
It's a hard thing to do too. To
It
call
is.
out everything that you're doing while you're doing the video. So
It's
you're,
hard.
You're
Yeah.
talking and you have to be thinking about what keys you're pressing, and a lot of times that's just muscle memory, right?
Mhm.
So
I mean, that's so we've been talking for a while about doing Max Maya and Blender tutorials, like just the basic workflow of, hey, you want to export a static mesh, a
or-
skeletal mesh, whatever, and bring it into Unreal. What does that look like? And I'm just like, I started looking at it, and it's like, I have no idea what to say. I have 16 plus years experience with Maya. I can't tell you the name of buttons. I just do it. Right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, I better sit down and really figure this stuff out. And
Or it's like Max, I got so tired of going file, export selected that I figured out Max script and now I just have it on button.
you just have a button, right? Like, but they're not gonna have that button.
Exactly.
So you're gonna,
Yep.
and also getting on, geez, I can't, his name just slipped me, our rigger, who works on
Chris Evans?
Chris Evans.
Oh yeah.
To talk about the Unreal, our
our
internal,
art tool?
the art tools, and no, that's not Evans, is it? That's
Oh, that's Ernst.
Ernst,
Yeah.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Ernst.
Ernst.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jeremy Ernst, getting Jeremy Ernst on here to talk about the art tool, and because I believe it's launched on the launcher now.
Oh, okay.
We used to be only available through the GitHub, but I remember seeing something recently about Art version 1 being available for everybody to pull off of there. So it's like this nice compact download, so you can use it in Maya. And if, by the way, if you're working with Maya and you're not using the art as a portion of it, I mean, there's a lot of manual stuff that you probably end up doing that he just push button receive rig. It's amazing. So anyway, Sam, what have you been working on?
A lot of my focus this year has been on VR. One of the things that I just finished up, and I've used this screenshot like 6 times, is the stereo pano.
Yep.
I finally got the time to write the stereo pano export plugin. What that allows you to do is it allows you to take any scene that you have, you enable the plugin. I don't know if the dock is out yet.
It doesn't look like it is.
wait.
What?
Is it? Oh,
Is that it?
that is it.
And it looks, you might want to go fix this.
Did you break it?
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Hit F5.
No, hold on.
Wait.
We're in Korean.
I was gonna say I see Korean.
We're in Korean.
Yeah, we're not even in international. So
Okay, so somebody started translating this before it was done,
Oh.
and it looks like they set theirs to public instead of just docs.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Okay, well, this will be where the stereo panoramic capture tool lives once
In
it
Korean.
gets there. So basically what this shows you how to do is it shows you how to enable the plugin, how to capture Showdown. I captured the entire thing of Showdown at 4K. It's 145 gigs.
Really?
145 gigs of PNGs.
How long did that take?
Oh, dude, it took me 4 days, and I had to use our other computer because it
That's what you were doing with that thing.
yeah,
in the
that's what I was
corner.
doing with
All
the computer in the corner. It took me 4 days to render that. It was taking like 50 seconds a frame to render, but I mean it's rendering it at like 4096 by like 2048 or something.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's like
huge.
it's super sampling everything. So what it does is it goes around and it just takes a little
little
square
screenshot, yeah.
of everything, and then it composites all of that back together for
Yeah.
you. So I also wrote there's a ridiculously simple material in there that shows you how to make that into a stereo viewer.
Right.
And then the video portion, which I didn't have any video that I could actually found a bunch of stereo video, but I didn't have the rights to it, so I obviously can't release that. So I got the movie player working, and it just took forever to get a proper version of Showdown output. Also, in this one, I talk about.
So hopefully when you release that, it'll be slightly less than 168 gigs.
God, I hope so.
PNGs.
I gotta figure out a way to make the video not look like
Yeah.
somebody smeared Vaseline all over it, because 1920 by 1080, like that sounds like awesome res, but in VR, not so much. It's like looking at something that's like 640 by 380 or
Yeah,
something
you
like
can
that. Like
get
Get the
really
potato
tiny.
quality. You don't want that.
And then,
Potatoes.
what else have I been working on? Automotive material pack.
Yeah.
We have a partnership with some auto companies, I guess.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Car
we work,
manufacturers
we
is
work
what
with,
I was actually looking for.
Yeah, we work with McLaren.
Yeah, we do work with McLaren. So last year, this last year or 2 years ago? I think it was the first year I was.
It was this year.
Was it this year? Okay, we went out.
We went out to it with GDC
Was that
this year.
GDC?
Yeah, it was a GDC.
So last year around this time, you
last
were
year
ramping
around
up.
this time we were ramping up, and we actually went out and took pictures of an actual McLaren.
I can't imagine whose McLaren you were taking pictures of.
It was just some
Where's
random
mine?
dudes on the street.
Yeah.
Some
it
random
was
guy
not.
named
It was not
Mark.
some random dudes. It was
But
Mark
to
Rain.
actually capture the paint, so like all the different aspects of the car,
Like
how
the
they
fleck
looked,
in the metal
how they
and
looked
how it-
outside at noon because the light would be going directly down, and then we captured that sphere. Then we took it into Unreal and calibrated all of the materials, and that was thanks to Min and Francois. And Min is the one who did a majority of the heavy lifting and all that one. And if you go in and you check it out, like it looks amazing. In fact, one of the best looking pieces in that entire section are the tires that Min did. The tires look
Yes.
freaking amazing. Like, yeah, here we go. Ian can pull it up. The tires just like they just blew my mind at how good they are. If you click on wheels, I think.
Is there like
There's a table of contents at the top.
wheels? Click. Hey, what was that? There we go. Oh yeah.
Go. There should be one more. Keep going. There we go.
Oh yeah, nice. Misaligned UV layout and aligned UV layout.
That's cool.
But the tire just looks phenomenal. And there might be another image of the tire somewhere down there too.
Wait,
Yeah, there we
hang
go.
on.
If you click on those guys,
I'm like really
Oh, these are big
curious. So I actually grew
Nice.
up with auto maintenance people. Do we know what the size of this tire is? I love the Unreal Engine brand of the tire. It's like instead of Michelin.
I don't think we can read on this one, but I think we can read.
If we
Hold
can
on,
zoom
hold
in
on,
enough,
hold on.
I can tell you
if you
what
open
kind
it
of
in a new link,
what kind of
yeah,
size
yeah,
tire
yeah.
that
It's a
is.
massive image.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Go around to the right. Keep following it. Keep following the tread. Oh, Epic is the manufacturer. That's cool. And then
Let's check this one. Come
check
back
on the right side. Look, what the? You guys? No, that's not
Yeah.
it. 650 is not a tire number.
It's like 205, 45.
There it is.
Yeah, there-
245, 35.
245, 35.
245.
R119.
Yeah, so so this is a 245
That's
35
nuts.
19.
That means you can
That's
go up to like 200 and something miles an hour, right?
no, that's not an indicator of how fast it goes.
Okay.
And also a 19.
That's when it lights on fire.
Anything that's got an R19, I wouldn't do. So if you get into the 20-inch rims or anything into that,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting into things. You don't want to go too fast into 20-inch rim.
Isn't one of those
basically.
ones though? I thought there was a thing on the tire that was like its speed indicator, like how fast this will break down.
No,
or-
the three numbers are basically telling you the dimensions of the tire, and the last one, when someone says like I got a 22, they're talking about that last
That's the
number.
R19.
Yeah, the R, the last number there. Yeah.
What I
Yeah,
what I learned from Top Gear about the what was it, the Bugatti?
oh yeah,
It's like
it can't reach its top speed.
Well, it can reach its top speed, and it'll run out of fuel in 19 minutes, but that's okay because your tires disintegrate in 15, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, to clarify, the R stands for radial, which is what they're saying is if it's R rated, that's actually what the speed is based off of, is the radial speed, and I think they're right on that. So if it's V rated, if it's V rated, it's faster. So there's a little.
I knew there was a speed
vehicle
rating on the
knowledge.
tire.
Yeah, but it's not actual number. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not because there's no like literal number as far as like it goes exactly this fast.
So
Wow, that's cool.
all this stuff too. You can download this right from the launcher.
Yeah.
and
Is it,
you have
is it in Learn or is it in
I think it's
or is it in the main?
Marketplace.
I think it's in the
I'm
main.
pretty sure it's in the marketplace.
It's in the marketplace,
Ah.
but it's one of the
free.
freebies.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
free.
it's free. The glass looks
Oh,
pretty
man,
cool.
that glass.
It's got an
Glass is
inner,
hard.
It's got an inner and an outer reflection, and you can see it right here.
Yeah, you can see it right in there.
So one of the things with this reflection, though, the reflection happens at the grazing angles. So if you're looking for something that's like straight on, this is not going to do that. You'd have to kind of make that for yourself.
Well, I mean,
But
that's
the thing
really
is that
intense.
glass also, while we can match the glass to this specific car, it's not going to be the same as something on another car. So that's one of those ones that's we can give you a good idea on how to use it, but to really put it to what you're working on, definitely gonna have to go on and make some modifications.
Nice. Alrighty, well let's go ahead and we got 3 things to give
more.
away.
Oh wow, we have a
And,
lot of nice stuff. Field goal.
Field goals. So
Running out of
let's
transitions.
let's go ahead and get these. Let's get these prizes. The final 3.
All right, so this is the one.
Kassar?
This one's gonna have what?
Kassar?
Kazar?
Kassar?
Kashar?
Kassar?
Oh my
Kashar?
gosh, Kashar. Hey, Kashar, good work. I know you're out there watching probably. Well, there's Balsan. I don't know. I actually feel like I saw Kashar earlier. But yeah, so good work, buddy. I know you're a regular out there.
Where's your buddy, pal?
Kashar?
I'm not your pal, buddy.
Not your buddy, guy.
Not your guy,
All right.
pal.
Okay, Kashar, you have won.
This is the good one, in my opinion.
The good one in your opinion? I don't know. You haven't seen the final one, have you? You have won a keyboard, a mouse, a cheat sheet, and we have one, somewhere in here,
Come on.
of the Unreal 4 available Meow shirts.
Business cat.
Business
Business
cat.
cat on the front. It says available meow. Or no, it says
Doesn't
get it
right-
meow.
Get it Meow.
Get it meow, 'cause there was
It
another
like
one's
right
available.
meow or something.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's like right meow, get it meow, and available meow.
Yep.
This is get it meow. So
Yeah, we got that. So just the keyboard,
are
mouse.
you
the
saying
cheat
meow
sheet.
at me?
Yeah, meow.
Meow.
He's
do
like,
you know
"One
how
more."
fast? No, he's like,
You know how it goes?
Yeah, right.
Meow, meow, how it go fast and going? You gotta blur it in there so you get that meows out in there.
That's right. All right, so Kashar has stated, big shout out to Zach Parrish. Everybody loves Zach Parrish, can't deny it. Original UE4 blueprint tutorials on the official YouTube channel back in the 4.0 days. Without them, probably would have never gotten into making UE4 games so quickly or competently. They started me down this path, and I'll be forever grateful for it. Also Peter Newton's behavior tree AI tutorial taught me everything I need to know to figure out the rest of it. Let's click on that one. I don't think I am
into
not
this one?
familiar with
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
pretty good.
I need to
Peter
watch
Newton's
this.
done a bunch of good stuff.
Nice.
Stuff.
Very cool, especially with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man!
I remember this
Every-
was like one of the first AI ones. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw.
This is kind of
This is
how I
a
got
good
started in
one.
AI
Yeah.
too, with Peter's tutorial. And I feel like at some point we gave him a dev grant also.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but I think that was pretty early off. But yeah, these were really great. I think a lot of them are probably out of date by comparison to what we have now, but they're a good start as far as understanding your core AI ideas and
Right.
Yep.
concepts.
And a lot of AI is really just based around the idea of AI, not so much your specific implementation, because you're going to be working hard on that for a while. I mean, that's the hard part with
Yeah.
it. It's like you need it to do what you need it to do, not what
Mhm.
he wants it to do or what Alexander here wants it to do. So, all right, nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and we'll go to the next to the last prize here.
Are you giving out no?
Yeah, go ahead, draw one
All
out.
right, so Kashar, good work.
Kashar, grats, man.
Oh, and what's this one? What do you win in this one? That's special and unique.
Yeah, this one. This
it's the
one's
last pack,
special.
but with this pack comes,
This one, whoever you draw,
Yes.
if you order now,
Tarragon Gamer.
Tarragon Gamer. Tarragon Gamer, you have won a Sam's Teach Yourself Unreal Engine 4 game development in 24 hours.
that's not my book.
Not this
my
Sam,
name on
another
it.
Sam.
No, yeah, another
Yes.
Sam. This is literally Sam's. We actually, so this has been in our room for a while. This is one of the.
Someone that we
I guess
helped on,
arguably
right?
this is more of a sentimental value thing here. We helped edit this book.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on the doc team had a say in what went into this book.
Reviewed.
So we reviewed it.
I think everybody reviewed like 5 chapters. Or
Yeah,
something
we
like that.
we reviewed a bunch. I think I took on audio and some other stuff and
I did some materials.
materials and probably networking stuff. But yeah, it's a solid, quick introduction to
Yep.
everything Unreal. And
Yep. See, this is really great. We have quite a lot of them around, and then I think Lewis is also. If you go to educational events, if you don't win this one, you really want one at educational events. Lewis Cataldi hands them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hand them out a lot too here out of Epic. So they are awesome. It's a scatter shot of basically every single section of the engine and just how to get started and get moving in it. If you're already an Unreal Engine expert, it might be a little bit too
it's going to be basic for you.
basic for you, but you might still learn a few awesome little tidbits here and there. There's a
And
lot
if
of good
not-
notes and tips,
It goes on your bookshelf.
and at the very least, I'd say that
I
it's
have
a
a book
good way
conversation.
I
to.
have,
piece.
it's a conversation. Put it on.
I'd say
Mine's
it's a good way to
actually
get
my-
into a
my
part of the
trophy
engine you're not
case.
used to.
It's got probably more information. It's way cheaper than Apple's $300 book of photos. So put it on the
Wow,
cover.
throwing shade today. We are shade throwers. Goodness.
That's to each their own.
But yes, this is it. It's really great, and for all those people that wanted a physical book to read, I know this is the one for you right here.
Yep.
So who's winning the book?
Tarragon Gamer.
Tarragon Gamer.
Yep.
Tarragon Gamer. What'd you get?
From UDK to UE4. Now, mind you, you also got a keyboard, mouse, and one of
Yeah,
the
this
cheat
is the
sheets as well.
full keyboard, mouse, and one of those awesome cheat sheets.
Tarragon Gamer from UDK to UE4, really useful tutorials. YouTube, what YouTube channel is this? World of Level Design.
Yeah.
Level Design.
Yeah, no, these are really
I'm not familiar
great.
with this one.
Yeah, this is good.
No, I've seen a lot of these. These are really good. These have, like he was saying, this goes all the way back to UDK, but World of Level Design is straight up level design stuff. It's ArcViz, it's just how to put a building together so it looks believable to your players. Really good stuff.
Neat.
Yes.
Very cool.
I want an audio clip of you doing that. Neat.
Neat.
My email notification.
Your mail. Neat.
Every time you call me, that's the new ringtone I want.
One of the guys I used to work with, his compiler finish sound was from Warcraft. Work complete.
Work complete. Job's done. Oh man, Warcraft. Alrighty, so for the last one,
Do the honors, Ian.
we have, so you're going to get a keyboard, a mouse, a cheat sheet, and...
Here, put this back over there
Put
because
that
you're
back
not getting
over
that one.
You're not getting that one. You're getting another book. It doesn't look like a book.
But it is in this box. We assure you there's a book in there.
This is the Gears of War 3 leather-bound special edition ballistic art book.
They're just lying. You're not gonna get that.
It's
Just
actually-
kidding. You're getting the notebook.
It's going home with
Right.
me now.
Yeah, you're getting.
It's
the
gonna go with
notebook.
my
You're getting the
leather-bound,
notebook.
my leather-bound wallet,
Yeah,
my leather-bound pounds.
If you guys are familiar with Ballistic Publishing, they do really, really fantastic.
It's a great coffee table book.
Great
I've
coffee table book.
seen the one
Yep.
out of the box, and it's pretty sweet.
We had a couple of these upstairs. This is actually from Jeff Wilson. I was looking for swag, and he threw this on the pile, and there was definitely a moment of I could just walk away with this because this is it never been opened, but all of their stuff is absolutely freaking amazing. So yeah, so keyboard,
gonna win
mouse, this, and a cheat sheet
Who's gonna
for the final person. I don't know who wants to draw this one. You want me to draw this one?
Yeah, it's all
all
you.
right. All right.
There is while Ian draws that, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. I don't know if everybody knows about this, but with the new Google phones coming out and Daydream, we actually already have all the Daydream docs up.
Are
to
they
show
up?
You, yep, how to deploy your UE4 project to Daydream. So, and that would be basically any phone that can do it more or less. So make sure you guys check that out because it's, with the new phones coming out. And
I have one.
Yeah. So
the Pixel?
Yeah, the Pixel. So it's going to go work right hand in hand with the Pixel. So yeah, definitely go check it out if you've been looking to get into that. It doesn't have as much traction as the other sections, but
it'll get there.
it's definitely there. So that's why I wanted to bring it up, let everybody know that hey, it's up there, it's ready to consume. And as always, if you guys run into bugs or stuff, make sure you let us know.
Yeah.
There's a couple. One of the guys let me know about a wording and the static mesh page where it says static meshes cannot be animated. He's like, but what about vertex animation? I'm like, okay, well, we're going lowest common denominator here, so you are the best kind of correct, which is technically correct. But
I don't know. I mean, I drew this name. I don't know.
Oh, this guy.
That guy.
Sam Dieter.
Sam Dyer.
yes!
No. Hey, guess what? It's Victor Burgos.
Victor Burgos.
Yes. Congratulations, Victor.
Victor Burgos. And we'll pull this over and we'll talk about what you put up. Victor Burgos, I think this was a pretty good start for me when I was trying out C++ and UE4 for the first time. Anything that Zach Parrish is usually top-notch as well. Yeah, the C++ program tutorials up on the docs.
Yeah.
So rock on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, I believe all of this is either Richard or Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do
and
all
or-
of our C++ talks.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. So one more time, what did Victor win here? And just to reiterate, it's the keyboard, the mouse.
Keyboard,
Bring
mouse.
them out. They're all
All right,
fancy
all right,
because
let's
people are
roll
like,
again.
wait, what are we winning again? So this is the final
This
one.
is the book,
Back to the main
is-
screen. Turn on.
and this is a keyboard.
Yes, this
I
is
like
this.
those J.J. Abrams lens flares.
The Romer G. We got one of these.
I only have two hands. You're holding that one.
That's fine. I'll grab another one. And we have, these are the cheat sheet mouse pads that we have.
All of these to
So-
Victor.
All of this to Victor and anybody else who want a keyboard, mouse, cheat sheet, and
Would
your
you say
shirt
to
and-
Victor goes the spoils?
Somehow I knew we
Get
were
out,
gonna.
Sam.
We were
I'll
totally
see
gonna
myself
get-
out now, folks.
We were totally getting to a dad joke. So actually, me and Alexander will probably be messaging you guys on the forums, getting shipping details, and we will get this stuff all out to you. So I believe I am Schadenfreude up on the forum. So if you get a message from not Ian Schaden, that's me, and
Alexander
is
Pascal.
Alexander Pascal.
You'll see
so
me
please,
pop up.
please respond to us, and we'll get you your fat loots.
Do we get any questions?
Yeah.
Oh,
were
yeah,
there
you
any
got plenty of questions. You're not going to get any because of that joke. So, none of those that were aimed at Sam, he gets nothing. So, yeah.
Well, if we got any questions, we can answer them. Totally down.
All right. So cool. Looks like everyone's enjoying You know what?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, wow. Chris Wilson made the same joke you did at the same time, but because of the lag, good work. All right. So, Matthew W., who's popped up before in the stream here, has a question. Let's see here. Is there any way for nerdy nerd types to get access to how you're making your doc pages and for blueprints? I would love to be able to replicate the node deconstruction so that I can link them to my videos, and I think Aller was curious as well.
Are we talking specifically about
Copy paste.
I don't.
Does it mean like a actual blueprint tutorial asset with the the
No,
hyperlink in it?
hold on. There's like 3 ways we can go with this.
Yeah.
One, if you're talking about just raw doc, like our walkthroughs, our tutorials, we do those images by hand. 2, if you're talking about, we do have actually a specialized widget where you can copy and paste in a bunch of blueprint stuff, and that can be pasted into the editor. That's another thing.
Yeah.
But there's also, I know we have the it's the blueprint reference
Hey,
or something like that.
he's pointing me to this page here. You see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those. Yes.
The Blueprint API.
The Blueprint API.
Like these where it gives you like some basic breakdowns.
Yes. The Blueprint API is auto-generated. It is a widget that is done by, I believe Jeff put it together, or Jeff and somebody else. How we do that? It's all offline. So yeah, well, I guess one of the
Isn't one of the
dirty
Doxygen
secrets
hooked
of
up
our
to it or
docs is
something
that
like
they're all built offline.
I think that would have been. I think Richard cleaned that up.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just under API.
oh yeah, hey, let's just do Blueprint API. Yeah, whatever. Just
Or you
click
could just,
something.
click Blueprint API. We're doing that thing where you're Googling the word Google.
Yeah, Google.
How else do you expect me to get to Alta Vista?
Yep. So these images, they're just simply auto-generated. There's a CSS widget and a bunch of other stuff that comes into play that builds these. One of the dark secrets about our documentation is we build it all offline. This is all flat HTML. There's no fancy CMS. There's no live build of this. We work in Markdown, and we have a bunch of custom CSS widgets that we use. And the API documentation and the Blueprint API documentation are completely automatic. We don't touch them. We don't comment them. We don't do anything. This is all pulled straight from source code. So it's always kind of interesting when we get requests like your API documentation is wrong or it's out of date or something. It's like, yeah, well, we'll go tell the engineer to update his comments,
Yep.
right? Because that's where it's all pulled from.
Actually, that's a really good point. Is what was it? I think it was John Alcatraz got an engine contributor badge by going in and fixing Mieszko's broken English.
Oh yes.
That was actually really funny for a lot of us.
Yeah, if you feel that you
If
can
you're
get in
feeling
there
frosty,
and you can just
know.
literally be like, look, all I did was update comments to make things right or to match
those are the easiest for us to get through.
Doxygen, right?
Yeah.
Like because a lot of our comments don't actually match the Doxygen methodology, which is that's just a thing. People come in and they're just like, I have a billion things to do. A float is a float. Enter, and they walk away, right? Like, and it's just like, okay, well, that's fine because he's got to get on to something else. But I know it makes it kind of frustrating when you're looking at pages like this and what does this stuff do? There's no comments, or the comments are weirdly written, or broken English. But if you feel like fixing those, hop up on Git. Seriously, pull it down, fix them. We'll take them as pull requests.
He was hoping for a way to get them for his own pages without having to scrape.
No,
but
unfortunately, it's
yeah, it's
all
not
offline.
like there's no repository of images that we could share with all
No,
of
these,
you.
this
Unfortunately,
is all little. These are all little components,
Mm-hmm.
little bits and pieces that the CSS offline puts together to form these things. So this might actually just be a CSS. What is it like F10,
Alt F4.
F11, F12? There we go, F12.
No
Yeah.
cheating, Alexander.
And then you can do inspect. yeah, you can see that this is a div, and inside the div is another div, and inside this div is another div. Down, down. So you can see this is not even an image.
Stop hacking
It's
Google
just divs
again.
all the way down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these are classes. I mean, backgrounds, inputs, outputs. This is all literally just CSS that's built offline. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk to Jeff and see about maybe an include button or something, right? Where you could maybe like include, but then you would still only be able to include single nodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's something to consider. Thanks.
Yeah, I love the idea, but this is what it is.
Yep.
So.
No, yeah, and to those of you out there that caught wind of it, yes, in fact, you can submit just comment updates and get a forum badge for that. Yes, that is acceptable.
Somebody's like, wait, what? More badges?
As a matter of fact, fixing
need no
anything in the
stinking
engine
badges.
turns
Get
into
you
a
forum
badge. Yes, that's how our contributor badges work. You fix something, and once that version of the engine comes out, you get a badge.
Yep.
So, all right. So next questione. We've got Exy Frexy, one of our winners today. Hopefully not yet explained. Any news on comment boxes below the articles to give examples and help each other and ask questions?
It's something we would love to be able to do. We are constantly trying to push forward with what we have. There is a CMS that is in the works for Epic as a whole, but it's kind of being built engine-wide, so it has to be able to handle games and documentation and the front page and all of this stuff, and so we get stuff as we get stuff. And yes, absolutely, we want to be able to do that, and absolutely we'd like to see it within the next year, but I have no timeline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, would love it. Don't have it. Sorry.
Alrighty. Next question. RayXQQ asks.
No. Has all the documentation been reworked now? No.
You haven't done that yet, Ian? What are you doing? You haven't done that yet?
No, totally haven't done that yet. So documentation, how long? Oh, so an
How many
update.
pages do we have?
We
so
have
many pages.
1,600 pages, which are done in an older documentation style, which means you end up with what we would consider 5 to 10 pages worth of information on a single page.
Yeah.
So as we're going through and we're breaking it, example, traces. Like I'm redoing traces right now, and one of the big things there was a how-to page with 4 how-tos on it. Each one of those becomes a new page. We copy them down, we paste them around, new metadata, social images, what engine version is this good for? Is all the information correct? Do I need to go retake screenshots? All of that stuff plays into it. Language. Were things bolded correctly? Because now we have a new style guide and things along those lines. Updating the documentation is an literally endless amount of work.
Yeah, not to mention the new stuff that comes in that we gotta keep
Yeah,
up
I
with.
mean,
We're
for every
still documenting 414 stuff.
we're still documenting 414, and there's talk of 415 features,
Yeah.
right? Like, come on, there's definitely a give me 100 men and a year or 5, and maybe we could get somewhere. But at the same, if everything changes, like
And everything
we're-
changes.
like we're talking about the animation stuff.
Yeah.
really fast.
Persona stuff.
Persona's gone, so we have to go call the editors what they are instead of referring to it as the combined. You're going to be opening this in Persona, which takes time away from updating new stuff or going back and looking at the old stuff that we haven't got documented. I mean, I got pre-doc from Alexander over here on Perception, and I haven't been able to get in there and handle that because
Yeah.
of all the other information coming down.
I've shown it to Chris Wilson and some other people. It's like, yeah, it's been there for a minute, but there's like a thousand.
minute?
There's 1,000 things in front of. Yeah, it's been there for a month or 2 or 3
3,
that I've had
4,
done.
something like that.
It's been done for
Just
a bit,
August.
You know,
A little,
get it in there.
Yeah, but if there is something that you guys see that is
if there's a gaping hole somewhere,
really out of date or something just like it's just not right, or
we need to know that because we're
actually
not all masters
have
of all the
a-
documentation.
We have a documentation thread in the forums.
Yeah. It's a feedback.
Yeah,
section.
feedback section in there. So yes, please,
We need to
and
know.
I know we
Jeff
had one
visits
guy
that a
who
lot,
was,
too.
for a long time, when I first got here, he was doing it like every day, and then he had something in his personal life happen.
Was that Brandon?
It was when Brandon was here, but it wasn't Brandon.
Oh,
It
it was that other guy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
another
yeah,
guy
yeah.
on the forums who was just
Yeah.
like every day it was like 15 posts of here, this is wrong here, or
Mm-hmm.
your grammar's wrong here, or these 2 words are flipped around, and we ended up giving him like some foreign foreign badges. Forum badges.
Foreign badges. He served in the French National League. or
His,
whatever.
I think we sent him some swag too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. I'm not sure if that gets broadcast a lot, but people help out like above and beyond, and they
Yeah,
definitely like to respect
we
that.
read. I mean, I read the forums, like what I do in the morning while I'm eating breakfast, and then I'll read them at lunch, or while something's compiling, or you know. So I'm on it a lot. I know Alex is on it a lot.
I legit thought you were about to go with I eat forum questions for breakfast. With that.
Literally,
Yes.
I print them out and I eat them. It does not help me solve them.
Lots of fiber though. All right, yeah. But no, yeah. If you guys jump on the forums and have a direct need for help, you can just tag with @ and then someone's handle and mention us, and
Yeah, that's true as well.
that'll send us an email also, just a heads up. So, cool. Next question.
Yep. Next
All right.
question.
Kitata Studios is wondering, release notes for 4.14 has the updated buggy template, but the buggy template's 4.14 version still uses the old vehicle template. Y'all are working too fast. Any word if we're getting a template write-up on the simple vehicle stuff?
I cannot say that it's on our current list of things to do.
I think it's.
I saw it on the release notes.
It's in the release
If it's in
notes.
the release notes, it gets thrown into a pool
Right,
of all the stuff that we
right.
break
but
down
I'm
and
just like,
assign.
I'm trying to
so
think of all our sprint stuff, and
Not in the next 2 weeks.
no, not in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think,
Something that we
but it's
can-
something on the list. It's got to be on the list. If it's not on the list, we'll add it to the list. But it will more than likely, given that it's a template, we don't usually do huge write-ups of those. But
And if it is a template, then we should be linking it to the new
Right.
new method. So, but I've only seen the GIF or the GIF, however you like to say that
GIF.
word.
Yeah.
It looks pretty sweet though.
you just started the
Right.
holy war again.
No,
Sure.
know.
he's
That's all I know how to do.
So yeah, we're working on
Yeah, if it's in
something.
the release
It's
notes,
just
Sean probably filtered all that
Sean
out.
filtered
yeah.
it. Yeah, it'll get done.
He says, thanks for answering the question. All right. Lewis, 24989. Is there going to be more languages coming to the engine, for example, German? Now,
Jawohl.
No
that's
idea.
that's a question for localization team, though you're not pretty close on who to ask. But localization team, I know that they've talked about working on other languages, but I think first we want to lock down the English stuff, because as
don't
we
know
all
what you're talking
know,
about.
there's little bits of it that are still a bit funky in there. But I've heard rumor of working on these things. So next.
Spectre 9.
Spectre 9. Will there be a stream about replay system?
Me and Richard have talked about it.
Mhm.
You mean Richard and I?
Richard.
See, these are the kind of English things we have to fix before that we can make the language.
I'm not even allowed to speak on stream apparently now. It's like
Sorry.
I'm getting live corrected. Yeah, so Richard wants to hop on and do something, and we've talked about it, and I'll probably have him on to do that. If there's a definite desire, it's all code, so it could be a C++ stream. Sure, let's do it. Right? Yeah, why not?
Alrighty.
And Richard's sitting there. No, what have you done?
Never promised them
signed him up.
anything.
Just sign him up. My life is over.
Let's see here. BioBlaze asks, do the Unreal Dev Grants support developers releasing kits for making games? The Unreal Dev Grant supports anything awesome that has to do with improving the overall quality of life for Unreal Engine developers. So
Yep.
if you are making game templates and kits and stuff like that,
Plugins.
yeah, it's like I know a lot
Awesome
of people.
mousepads.
Yeah, anything
Sure,
cool.
whatever. Right?
Yeah, books.
Have to be a really good mouse
Lots
pad.
of stuff like that.
So-
So yeah, I would say submit those and see what happens. We do these in batches based off of a certain theme. Like these were the Unreal Tournament ones, but we've done education. We've done ones on written like training material. We've done video training materials, and so yeah, submit them. See where it goes. There's still a lot of money that Tim has set aside for helping developers. So please submit. Cool.
Not sure what this next question's in reference
The
to.
next question here. We were talking about this
Stereocaptor
was
stuff.
when he was talking about the
Okay.
Stereocaptor stuff. So Noobs Disrubes was asking, does this mean we can capture high-res footage of gameplay to be used in promo material?
Yes. I mean,
I mean, the high-res
Okay.
screenshot
I mean,
tool
yeah,
would allow you to do
You
that
could do that already,
regardless.
yeah.
yeah, but you would be able to capture this in
Stereo.
stereo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just giving you a fancy lat to long or No, it's just a latitudinal unwrap of the scene. So it's basically, that's a fancy word for saying they unwrapped it using a sphere.
Yep.
Yeah, I always love that about like the 360 video thing. At the end of the day, it's just like an inverted sphere with a big circular image on it, and it's not as fancy as you'd think, but it's cool. Let's see here. Savior NT asks, will we ever see the train shooter, so Bullet Train, VR game as a resource? I really want to dive into level transition material. Oh, that burnout material that was made by Ryan Brooks. We actually do have a previous stream featuring Ryan Brooks talking about it.
About that one, yeah.
He mentions it a little, but he didn't go into detail as to how it was created. I honestly can't say. We don't have any plans right now to be releasing it, but I'll be honest, like in the internal workings of Epic, sometimes it's like you come in one day and they're just like, guess what?
Guess what you get to do, buddy?
And I know we've said for ages we're never going to release Infiltrator, but then Infiltrator goes free one day. So I honestly, I couldn't say, and if I can say right now there are no plans, but I cannot say that there are never going to be.
After this stream,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
You never, like, that's what I love about Tim, is because he'll come out and be like, we're not doing something that would be really cool like that, and then, so who knows? You never know what's going to pop into someone's head, and then it's on. But right now there are no plans. I don't want to get your hopes up. Right now there are no plans for that. Especially because a lot of that went into Robo Recall, so you'll be able to play a lot of that in Q1 of 2017 when it is scheduled to come out. The Night Watcher asks, will you release a Paragon-like character so we can dissect how you handle skin, cloth, eye shader, and animation? And yes, we did, or it is on the way.
So
it's still being made.
There is a bust.
It's a bust.
But
it's a human head. Yeah.
Right now, if you download the content examples, there's a character content example, and inside of that one, I made a very awesome kind of mullet.
Yes, it's
so
a mulleted.
You made a mullet.
I did.
And
I had
some
awesome,
skin shaders.
wicked, sick mutton chops too, but they made me get rid of those. But I took the shader from.
A mullet to the engine.
You had to make it a mullet.
Well,
Yeah.
Now with more
business
mullet.
in the front, party in the back.
All right.
But anyway, and that one right there is the eye material from Sparrow. I do believe Sparrow's eye in there. The hair from Twin Blast, and there's also a character bust in there. It's a bald dude with the subsurface scattering profile on it. So you can check those two out. Even though they're not the the really cool bust, it's the exact same tech. So.
You're going to learn a lot of the same stuff, but there are things that are being planned for the future that is a more Paragon-like character and all that. So you'll get like the full high detailed one solid mesh with hair and eyes and skin.
Tech artists are working on that.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. It's really cool. Let's see here. Now, he still didn't make it very clear how to pronounce his name, but he gave me a little bit of crap for mispronouncing his name. But Ryu XQQ maybe has a question. Are modular characters still being considered as a stream theme, as a future training stream idea? Because I think we wanted to do more character-based streams in the future.
It's still an option. It's just time for research and prep.
Yeah.
Research prep, getting the right person on the stream that can actually talk to it with a proper authority. Those are what these always come down to, is making sure that we're not just throwing. I don't want to throw Lauren into one and then it's like really art heavy and then she's like, oh boy, this isn't code. Yes, so
Arts, yay!
So there's a little bit of that. Yeah. All right, so I think those are those that we've got. I'm sure that I've missed maybe a couple, but if we did miss any of your questions, please come onto the forums and feel free to ask away. We'll be hanging out and checking out what you have to say and ask. But thank you all for coming out, and congratulations to all of our winners.
Lots of keyboards,
lots of cool items. Thank you guys for all joining everyone here and thank you to Lord and Richard who were on earlier.
Lord.
What did I say?
You said Lord.
Did I say it really
Just
funny?
smash them both together.
Lord
Richard.
Lord Richard. Lauren and Richard, when I can enunciate better. Thank you so much for coming out. It was awesome. Yeah. And now you guys can actually just wear the pie. Go on. We made it this far. You've drawn all the names.
No, we haven't actually drawn all the names.
Is there one name left?
No, there's a bunch of names.
Oh, no, I meant like if there was any more prizes.
No. We have.
All right, well, you have to put it on.
I know. I'm gonna
Yep, that's right. We made it this
I'm
far.
glad you volunteered.
He's
for
gonna.
that.
Yeah, I'm glad I volunteered. When did I volunteer for this?
I
Right
believe
now?
it was before the stream. We all agreed that you have to wear the pie hat.
Yeah, because
Uh,
we
When
all
did-
said 1, 2, 3, not it.
yeah, yeah.
I do not remember this.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Aww.
Yeah.
All right. So let's put on the hat.
Put
it
on
doesn't
the
even
hat,
it doesn't
Ian.
even fit
Do
my
it.
head.
Your
I have
head is
a
too
massive
big.
noggin
Look at how big
here.
his head is compared to the hat.
Can that be your Google Chat profile pic now?
All right. Send Ian that picture
Slightly
so that he can make it his
disturbed
new
by
profile image. This is great.
I have a
Stuff of
pie.
nightmares.
Yeah, the next Amnesia is going to have this as the new monster. It's just pie
That's
hat
right.
guy.
Pie hat guy.
Yeah. All right. Good work, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. We'll see you on Tuesday.
No, we
Thanks,
won't.
everybody. See ya.
We
Yes.
won't. We
Oh.
won't.
Yes, that's a good point. There's
Oh.
no
that's
streams
Christmas.
next
No
week because
streams.
it's
Thanksgiving.
holiday.
Thanksgiving.
So
We're all gone.
Turkey day.
it was I was just getting back into the cadence of being
gone.
here from
Jeff
being
is
gone for
gone.
2 weeks, and it was part of my thing to say see you next week. But actually, next week we've got holiday, so we'll be out
Everybody
taking a little
enjoy their
break.
turkey time. Or
Yeah, y'all watch
whatever
some of
you're
these other
doing.
awesome streamers like Victor and Katatis and Valkyrie and everybody out there who streams. In order to make up for us not being there, I'm sorry, but we'll see y'all around. Congrats to the winners. Thanks everybody. See ya.
Thank
Take
you
it
guys.
easy, y'all.
See ya.